Hello friends and Assalamualaikum. Welcome to my channel IBALLDESIGNINGDEVELOPER Designing Developer. My name is Inshal. I am a full stack developer and graphic designer. So now we have done till over here. Okay, so now when you've done that, just you have to come over here. I will be just writing over here like function console. When you've done that, just you have to come over here and write over here brackets. So when you've done these all, just you have to write over here like this parentheses. And now I will be just not writing that. I will be writing over here name. Okay, so now when you've done that, you have to come over here and write curly brackets. After that, just when you've done that, you have to come over here now again, and I will be just writing another thing like age equal prompt. And now I am defining this prompt tag in my function tag, okay, which I have just defined above. Okay, so like you all know, so I'll be just coming and I will writing another prompt, like I will be writing over here I'll be writing what is your favorite fruit. Okay, so I'll be just writing like that, what is your favorite fruit, like that. And now if I write like that, so if I just show you by writing nothing, save that, and if I just show you, nothing will be appeared. Okay, so if I just come over here now and nothing will appear, so over here you can see that nothing is coming, there is coming only error. Okay, here you can see that the error is coming, which is calling like uncode type error, console.log is not a function at home. Okay, so over here there is not coming because we have not defined a console.log over here. So now I will be just coming and I will be calling that function, because now I have defined that, I not call that. So I'll be writing over here like console, and I'll be writing that and be closing that like that. Now if I just hit save, go to Google Chrome and hit refresh now, so over here you can see another not coming, because now we have defined console over here. If I define over here like prompt, so write like that, and if I come over here and if I write prompt like that, hit save over here now, and if I just show you now, so it will be just working. So over here you can see that now prompt is also having a error, because now prompt is also defined in that, so because of that it is not coming. So if I just come over here and if I write age, so if it works, so I think it will be just working. So if I just hit save over here now, and if I just show you, so hit refresh, so now it has been worked. So over here you can see it is again asking the age like 12. So over here you can see that now there is coming age is not a function over here. Okay, because now we have written this age in over here. If I just erase that and if I just do like that and if I write comment over here, okay, so it will be just working. So now if I just hit save now, and just you have to go over here and I will be just hitting refresh. So over here you can see that now there is coming, this is a age over here. Okay, because now there is coming like that, because we have defined above that, so because of that there is coming. So if I just do like that and if I just show you over here, okay, so just if I go down enough again and I will be just erasing that, and now I'll be defining what are arrays. So just come over here and write arrays like that, because now I will be defining arrays. Okay, so now arrays I will be defining like let, and if I define let var equal, and if I write over here like just come over here, erase that, because now we are defining only let which comes in array, so you don't have to define var over here. So because of that it will be just changed into variable. So when you've done that, you have to come forward that and write over here let, and I'll be writing over here like let, and I'll be writing age. So when you've done that, you have to come over here, I will be writing another thing like prompt, and just when you've done that, you have to write over here like prompt is prompt. So if I write like that simply, okay, so I will be writing randomly. If I hit save and now if I show you, hit refresh, so over here you can see that there is coming error. Okay, because age is already defined and it has been just declared. So if I come over here and if I just erase that by writing that, and now if I write equal to and write nothing, just I will be writing prompt, and then before that I'll be writing let text. So if I just come and hit refresh now, so over here you can see there's asking again what is your age over here. Okay, so like that over here you can see that when I just press cancel, so here is coming prompt is prompt. Okay, so if I write like that shall and press enter, so over here you can see that null value is coming, because I have not defined anything in my prompt is prompt tag over here. You can see that. Okay, so if I just come over here and I'll be just comment that out, so I'll be just comment that out. Okay, so now I'll just comment these all things, because now I don't need it. So I will be just coming and I will be writing over here like just come over here and now write over here like name. So I'll be writing name, and now write over here like what is your name. So I'll be just writing that, so it will be now it's work. So I'll be writing what's your name. So I'll be writing what's your name. So here you don't have to write that. Okay, so I'll be writing only what is your name. Okay, so if I do like that and hit save, and if I just go to Google Chrome and hit refresh, so over here you can see that now it is asking what is your name. If I write Inshal, so over here you can see nothing is coming, because I have not defined that over here. Okay, so if I just come over here now and if I write function and if I write name and in that if I write another thing like just come over here and write over here like your name. So if I write nothing in that and only write a curly brackets, and if I just copy this curly bracket and paste over here, and in that if I write just press backspace, come and press enter. So if you do like that, and if you come over here and I define name, then if I define brackets, and if I just close that, hit save over here now, and now just you have to come and hit refresh. So here you can see again it is asking, so I will do like that. So here you can see nothing happens again because we have defined this in function tag, and when we define that, so it will be not come. Okay, so now we will define array. So I'll be coming, I'll be writing array, and I'll be writing equal to, and in that I'll be writing string. Okay, so when you've defined that, you have to just come over here now, and I'll be writing num1. So here we have defined that. If I just save and show you in the Google Chrome, so over here come and hit refresh. So where you can see that there is coming nothing because now we have defined this num1 text, so we don't have to define that. I will just define string. So if I define that and show you, so over here you can see that now there is coming nothing over here because now we have not defined array. So over here you have to come and I'll be writing console.log, and in that I'll be defining array tag. So define that. Over here I'll be just hitting save, and now just go to Google Chrome and just hit refresh. So over here you can see that now we are getting a string because now the array tag which we have written, we have defined in our console.log tag, which is written like Python. In Python we define print tag, so like that we define console.log tag in JavaScript. So because of that, when we return array tag in our console.log tag, so because of that we are got in our string tag which we have written in array over here. Okay, so like that you can write. So if I write over here an array like let fruit, so I'll be writing let fruit. Okay, so spelling is incorrect, so I'll be writing let fruit equal to, and if I write over here like banana, if I write like that, and if I just come over here and I write over here this sign, and if I write n, then if I write apple. Okay, so this sign means like if you learned Python and you have just checked out my previous Python code, so over here you can see this sign means like enter tag. Okay, so if you press enter over here, so you are moving into second line. Okay, here you can see that when I'm pressing enter, so I'm just moving into second line. So like that, this backslash n means like you are moving into second line. So with the help of that, apple will be another line and banana will be in first line, then apple will be in second line. Okay, so if I show you, come over here and write over here like console.log, and if I write over here fruit, so just come over here and write that, and if I just hit save and show you, so now come over here and save, and over here you can see that now like I've telling you, banana is now in one line, then apple is in second line, but these are only one function, in one function we have defined. So because of that, these are coming in one function. Over here you can see that, and how good looking is that. So I'll be just coming over here, and now if I just come and I will write over here like backslash n, and if I write kiwi, and if I just do like that and hit save, and now if I show you, hit refresh, so over here you can see that now we are getting three things in one line: banana, apple and kiwi, which we have written only three lines, but we have written with backslash n. So because of that, these all threes are coming in not the same line, it is coming in different lines. So if I just erase that backslash, and if I write comma, okay, so just come over here and do like that and write comma over here, then if I write this and just write over here like that, over here you have to also do that. So if I write like that, and now when you've done that, if I do that and if I just do like that, and now when you've done these all things, if I erase that and write only banana, and if I just hit save, and if I just now show you, so it will be only coming banana. So hit refresh, so over here you can see that now there is only coming banana, because now in the fruit let fruit tag we have only defined a banana fruit. You can see that. Okay, so like that you can work with your arrays. So if I just come over here now, and if I write const, okay, const tag, and if I write over here fruit, and just come over here and write fruit. So if I do like that, and if I come over here and write over here like banana, and if I do like that now, and if I write apple like that, and write over here like kiwi like that. So if I define these like that over here, and now when you've done that, you have to come over here and just write equal to after that, and if I just write over here now like console.log tag, and write over here like we will define const. So if I define const, so it will be not work if I just show you. So hit refresh, so you can see that it is not work because now we have declared fruit. So if I just come over here now, and if I write over here like banana, okay, so if I do like that, and if I just copy this over here and paste that over here, okay, so just if I show you in the Google Chrome, so just save and hit refresh. So over here you can see that now we are getting our kiwi which we have written over here. Okay, banana, apple and kiwi which we have written, so we are getting only one. Okay, here you can see that we are getting only one because now we have defined only 1 in 1. Okay, because of that there is coming 1. Okay, so like that you can do. So over here, when you have done that, just you have to do like come over here. And now like you all know like what is HTML. Okay, because in HTML, like you all know, when we define one class over here, we can't define another class with the same name. Okay, we have to define another class with different name over here. So because of that there is a confusion, and the language understand like you are defining the same class which you are defined previously. Okay, so because of that, the answer, if you define padding in that, so it will be padding in that also. Okay, so because of that there will be really confusion for you. So like in JavaScript also, you have to just give in the name differently. So because of that, I have just changed this fruit into banana, because now we have defined fruit over here. Okay, so now when you've done that, I will be just doing one thing. I'll be just control Z. Okay, so we have done that. So when you've done that, you have to come over here now. And if I just write one thing, like if I just come over here and if I write var, okay, and if I just write var tag, and I just write over here equal to fruit, and if I write like that, and if I just come over here, I will be writing let. And just when you've done that, if I just come over here now, and if I write over here fruit let, and if I just write over here, come over here and write, and now if I write like that, and if I do like that and just come over here, I'm defining simply, I'm defining just simply over here. If I do, and if I just write equal to after that, and over here you can see that if you want to do it simply, so you can do that, but it was a cool way to do above which I've just defined that, but it is really simple way to do. So if I define fruit over here, so now it will be what. So just come over here, hit save now, and if I just show you, so hit refresh. So over here it will be not working because now we have defined that fruit. So I will be just coming over here, and now you have to just press backspace, just come over here now, and I will be just writing another thing like right over here const, and if I write over here like dot and write document, and if I just change it to like, if I just come over here now and I close these all things. Okay, and if I go to index.html, and underneath this hello world I make one tag which is called button. Okay, if I made one button which call, I will be just calling that click. Okay, so I'll be calling click me. Okay, and I'll be writing this. So I have defined one button and I'll be giving it id. Okay, so I'll be just giving the id of like click. Okay, so I'll be writing click, and if I just hit save and show you, so hit refresh. So over here you can see that now with the hey there, I have just getting one button which is called click me over here. You can see that. Okay, but when I'm just clicking that, there is not anything happening. Okay, so if I just come over here now, and if I just go to home.js file again, and I just come over here and write document dot get element by id. So if I write get element by id tag, and if I just come over here now, and if I write over here click, which I have defined my class, and I will write dot, and I will be writing inner html like we have defined in the top. So I'll be writing like that, and if I write over here equal to, and you have to just write the name which you have want to write in your button. So I'll be writing only click. So if I write click, and if I do like that, and I'll be closing that by writing this, save that over here, and if I show you, hit refresh. So over here you can see that how beautifully our name has been changed, and it has been just changed into click me to click. Okay, over here you can see that like that you can do that. So if I just come over here now, and if I write over here like just come over here and write button. Okay, so I'll be writing not anything, I'll be writing button like that. So if I do like that and hit save over here, and if I just come over here and hit refresh, so you can see that there is nothing happening. Okay, so now over here, because button is not defined, so because of that there is doing like that. So when you've done that, you have to come over here now, and I'll be writing button. So I'll be just coming and I'll be writing button. Okay, so I'll be writing button equal, and I'll be writing let, then over here I'll be writing hello, and if I do like that, I'll be writing console.log, and I'll be writing over here button. So when you've done that, if I just hit save and show you, so just come over here and hit refresh. So over here if I am just clicking, so over here you can see that nothing happening. Okay, because I have not linked any of the button with that. So if I just do one thing, like I will be just coming over here, and now I will be just telling you what are the numbers. Okay, so like you all understand now what are the arrays. So I'll be just writing this, so I will be defining numbers. So I'll be just coming over here, and I will be just showing you one thing, like if I write over here num1, and if I write plus sign 2 times. Okay, so if I just hit save and just show you now, hit refresh. So over here you can see that there is nothing happening. Okay, because num1 is not defined. So if I come over here, and I will be writing console.log, and if I write num1 in that, and if I now hit save and just show you now, so it will be not work again. Okay, because now we have defined num1, but after num1 there is 2 plus sign also. So if I define that, so now it will be just working. If I just show you, okay, so just come over here now, hit refresh. So over here you can see that again it is not working over here. Okay, so now if I just come over here now, and I write one thing, like if I write num1 and in that I write over here like 5.7. okay, so if I do like that and if I just write over here like 5 multiplied by 10, okay, if I do like that and if I write console.log and I'll be writing over here like num1. So if I do like that, hit save over here and now just come over here, hit refresh. So over here you can see that there is coming error again over here, okay. So like that you can do. If I just come over here now and over here you can see that because over here we have not defined that, so I'll be just coming and I'll be writing inspect again, and over here I'll be going to my console, and over here the console is just empty, so I'll be just coming over here and I'll be writing equal to, okay. So if I write equal to and now if I just hit save over here and now just come over here, hit refresh, so over here you can see that we are getting the answer of 50, okay. Here you can see how beautiful it is looking. So now we are getting an answer of 50 because we have defined this num1 over here, and that num1 I have defined 5 multiplied by 10, okay. So because of that the answer is coming 50 because 5 multiplied by 10 is 50. So if I write over here like 10 and if I write multiply by 10, so the answer will be coming like 100. If I just show you, come over here, hit refresh. So over here you can see that now the answer has been changed into 100. Over here you can see that how good looking is that, you can see. So like that you can work with that. So if I just show you like how can you do plus, so just you have to change this sign to like plus, so it will be just plus and answer will be coming 20. So if I do that, come over here and hit refresh. So over here you can see that now answer has been changed into 20, okay. So like that you can work with that over here. So if I just come over here again and now if I write minus now, so answer will be 0. So just come and hit save and now go to Google Chrome and you can see that now the answer is coming 0, okay. So like that you can work with that over here, okay. So if I come and I will be just dividing, so if I like divide 4 divide by 2, okay. So if I do like that and now if I hit save now and now if I show you, so now over here you can see that now answer is coming 2 because 2 2s are 4. So because of that the answer is 2 coming, okay. Like that you can do that. So over here you can see that how good looking is that. So if I just minimize and like that you can work with your number. So if I just come over here now and if I write num1 and I will be just writing plus plus and I'll be writing console.log, and just when you define that you have to come over here and now I will be writing over here num1 and I'll be writing plus, okay. So if I do like that and if I hit save, so it will be not work. If I just show you, so you can see that now it has been not working, okay, because we have defined that in right hand only. So if I just come over here and erase that, okay, if I do like that and erase this one also, okay, and I will be only defining num and I'll be writing that. So if I just hit save and show you now, so now hit refresh. So over here you can see that again it is not working because num is not defined. So if I come and I'll be writing 2 plus again, so I will be thinking it will be not work again, okay. So you can see that it is not working again. So like that you can do. So if I come over here and if I write num1 plus num1 and I'll be writing over here like equal and I'll be writing the answer, okay. So over here when you've done that you have to come over here, I'll be writing console.log and if I define num1 over here, okay, num1 plus num1. So if I do like that, so now if I just hit save over here again and if I just show you, so over here you can see again the error is coming. So if I just erase this one nums and if I just hit save now and now if I show you, so over here you can see that there is not coming. So now over here when you've done that you have to come over here and I will be writing one thing like I will be writing num1 equal, and in this bracket I will be defining over here like 10 plus 50, and if I do like that right over here I'll be writing console.log and I'll be writing over here like num1 tag which we have defined. So I will be just hitting save and come over here and hit refresh. So over here you can see that now the answer is 60 over here, okay, because now we have written 10 plus 50 which is 60. So because of that the answer is coming 60 like that, okay. So like that you can work with that. So if you when you've done that, just you have to come over here now again. I'll be just coming down enough, and just when you've defined these all you have to come over here now and I will be writing over here like const, okay. So just come over here and write const over here. Now I will be defining over here const and I'll be writing num1 equal and I'll be writing over here like 5 plus 5, and if I do like that and if I now come and write console.log, I'll be writing console.log and I'll be writing over here num1 we have defined, so I'll be writing only const. So if I define that and if I hit save and show you now, okay, so over here it is coming error because now we have defined this tag with console, okay. We have defined this tag with const, so it will be not work when you define it with const or let, okay. It will be only work when you define it randomly, okay. So if I define that with like if I define it with let, okay, so I think it will be just work with let, okay. So if I write over here console.log and just if I write over here like num1. So if I do like that, hit save, and if I just show you, so now over here you can see that it is not working with that also, okay, because it cannot, you can see that there is coming reference error, cannot access num1 before initializations at home.js ratio 51. Okay, so it is telling like it can not be defined with any of the variable or any of the function. It will be only defined when you write it randomly and single. When you will write this thing, so it will be just work singly. It will be not work with any of the random function or any of the random array or anything. Okay, so when you've done that, you have to come over here, and I'll be writing over here num1 plus. So I'll be writing num1 plus num1. So if I do like that and hit save, and just if I show you now, hit refresh, so you can see that now the only answer is coming 60, because now we have only defined num over here. Okay, so like that you can work with that. If I write equal to, and if I just write over here string, so if I do like that, and it will be just not coming anything. So now when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now I will be writing over here array. So write over here array, and I'll be writing equal to num1, and in this num1 I will be defining over here array, and just write over here like hello. I'll be writing in brackets like hello over here. Now when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now I will be writing another thing like print, and I'll be just printing my array. So I'll be writing over here print array. So write array over here. Now when you've done that, hit save over here now, and it will be just print array, and it will be showing you hello. So now you can see that num1 is not a function, so because of that it's not coming. So if I write string, so it will be worked. If I show you, so come over here and just come and hit save, refresh. So over here you can see that string is also not a function. So if I just come over here, and if I write string over here and array, and just come over here and do like that, if I do, and if I just change it to string, okay, if I do that, and now it will be just worked. So if I just hit save now, and if I show you, hit refresh, so over here you can see that, just cancel that, just come over here, and now over here you can see that it is opening our print. Okay, you can see that it is opening our print over here, so we can just print the things which we want to. Okay, so like that you can work that. You can see that when I'm just hitting refresh, so it is just opening our printing tag. Okay, here you can see that. Okay, so like that you can do. If I just come over here now, and if I write over here like, just come over here and write string equal hello. Okay, so if I do like that, and if I write in console.log tag, because I was writing in let's write console dot, if I write in console.log tag, so it will be work, because previously I was writing in print tag, so it is print tag is a print for printing tag. So if I write refresh, so over here you can see that now the answer is coming hello. Okay, so if I write print tag over here, and in that I'll be writing print, and if I write hello, so it will be just printed. Okay, so if I just hit save and show you, you can see that now it is opening our print. Okay, so you can just print this page if you want to, like that. You can see that now it has been just opening our print tag like that. So like that you can work with that. So if I just come over here now, and if I just erase that, and I will be writing over here like console.log, so I'll be just coming, and I'll be writing console.log. Okay, so now we have done till over here. So when you've done that all, you have to just come over here now, and if I write another thing like console, and if I write over here like console.exception, and in this exception tag if I write like hello. Okay, so if I just hit save over here now, and if I just show you by writing there, come over here, hit refresh, so over here you can see that there is coming again error over here, because now it is not a function. Okay, like that you can do. So if I just close that, and if I just open that again by writing this, so just come over here and open that again. So like that you can see now we have just opened. So if I just come over here, and if I just write over here like erase that, write over here console, and I'll be writing console dot, and I'll be writing table. Okay, so if I write console dot table, and in that if I define anything which should be not in commas, okay, which we write. So if I do like that, hit refresh, you can see that it is just telling a number. Okay, you can see which is 52. Okay, so if you write in console.table, if you write any number in that or anything, like if I write hello, so it will be also work. But here you have to take care of one thing, you don't write in commas. Okay, so it will be not working. So you can see that it is writing hello, and it has been just giving everything related to hello. Okay, you can see that. Okay, like that you can do, and underneath that there is coming h1 hello. Okay, which we have written. So you can see that how good looking is that. You can see, you can just take all the information of that. Okay, so like that you can work with that. So when you've done that, I will be just minimizing that, and I'll be erasing that. Okay, it is giving all the table of your hello. So I'll be just control Z over here. So over here when you've defined that, you have to come over here now, and I will be writing over here like num, and I'll be writing over here num1 equal, and I will be just writing another thing like if I write this in 10, if I write 10 in this brackets, and if I write plus 10, if I do like that, and now if I write console.log, and if I define this like num1, okay, so if I do like that and hit save over here, okay, so come over here, save, and if I just show you now, you can see that now there is only coming 10, 10 is written, okay, so there it is coming 10 is 10 written, because now we have not defined this 10 without a commas, okay, we have defined this 10 in commas, you can see that, okay, so because of that there is coming 10 10, and computer can't understand that you are defining 10 like that, or you are defining 10 was adding, okay, so if I just erase that from here, and if I write like that, save, and it will be just coming now 20, so you can see that answer is 20, because now we are defining all the values in numbers. So if I write like that, and both, if I do like in brackets, so if I do both in commas, so it will be, the answer will be 10 by 10 again, okay, so just come over here, you can see that now the answer is 10 to 10, okay, and it is just in not having any of the space also, you can see that, okay, so like that you can work in that. So if I just come over here now, and if I write another thing, just come over here and write over here like num, if I just close that, and I write over here like function, if I write over here greeting tag again, and in that I write your name, and if I do like that, and I come over here and I write over here name equal, and I write prompt like what is, if I write over here like what is your name, so if I write like that, so now it will be just right over here like what is your name like that, and now it will be just coming, and I will be writing over here like shall, so just write comma and write over here like shall, and just when you've done that, you have to come over here now, and I will be just coming and writing over here like function, I'll be writing greeting, and I'll be closing that by writing that, okay, so now when you've done that, I'll be just hitting save over here, and if I show you, so you can see that there is asking what is your name, Inshal, press enter, so you can see that there is coming anything again, okay, so there is coming not any of the anything, so I will just come over here now, and if I just write another thing like just erase that, and I will be writing over here like Chal, if I write like my name, and if I just hit save now, and now if I show you by hitting refresh, so if I write like that again, if I do my name, if I write, so you can see that again there is coming ungot reference error invalid, left hand side is assignment, like that you can do, okay, so over here you can see that how good looking is that, if I just change this rating to num, okay, and over here also if I just change it to num, because now when you're defining a function text, so here you have to change its calling value also, so I'll be just coming and hit refresh, and I'll be writing my name again, so you can see that again there is coming ungot reference value, okay, so like that you can work with that. So when you've done that, I'll be just coming underneath, okay, so just we have defined these all things, I'll be just coming underneath, I'll be writing console dot, and I'll be writing over here like console dot document, and if I just come over here now, I write over here like hello world, so if I do like that, and now here I'll be just hit save, and now just come over here and hit refresh now, so if I write like shall, so it will be not coming, and it will be just coming error, so I'll be just doing one thing, I'll be erasing that, because now we have already defined these all things, so I'll be just hitting save now, and now if I show you, so you can see that now there is again coming error, because document is not a function like that. So if I just come over here and write document equal, and I write over here bracket, then in bracket I'll be writing hello, then if I come over here and write console.log, and if I write document in that, so it will be just coming the answer of hello, okay, because we have defined in brackets hello and in the parentheses. So I'll be just coming and refresh, so you can see that now the document is coming like that, okay, so it is just telling our document of HTML which we have written. You can see that we have written these all things, so because of that there is coming these all things which we have written in our HTML tag, you can see that, and you can see all the things which we have written in HTML tag, you can see that all, okay, so like that you can work. So I'll be just coming, I'll be erasing that, okay, so just control Z, we will not erase, so just come over here now, and if I just come over here and now write over here like DOM is manipulate, so now we will just manipulate some of the things. So I'll be coming, I'll be writing menu, I'll be writing over here manipulate, so I'll be writing that, okay, so now when you've done that, you have to come over here now, and now I will be writing another thing. So when you've done these all, you have to come over here, I will be writing over here like just write over here var, and if I write like that, and if I write equal to, and in that I'll be writing over here let, and just write over here that I'll be writing variable. So if I write over here variable like var is a variable, so I'll be writing over here variable. So if I do like that, variable. So now when you've done that, if I do that, if I just come over here and write like that, so it will be just work if I show you. So just come over here now, write let var equal, and like that if I do, so just come over here now, backspace over here. So when you've done that, all you have to come over here now, and I will be just erasing that from here, okay, because now I don't need this. So if you define these all things, just I will be coming over here and I'll be writing var name, and I'll be writing equal to, and I'll be writing my name is Inshal. Okay, so if I define my name, and if I just come over here and write print, because I'll be writing not print, I'll be writing console.log. So if I write console.log, and I'll be writing over here like name, okay, because now we are defining variable. So here you have to take care of one thing, you don't define variable tag, okay, because now we have defined variable over here. So you can see that now there is coming my name is Inshal, okay. So this is in second line. So if I come over here and if I write \n, so now is Inshal will be in second line. If I show you it, so if come over here, you can see that now my name is in one line and is Inshal is in second line. You can see that, okay, because we have written \n tag over here, okay. So like that it's work over here. Now when you've done that, you have to do one thing, like come over here again, and now I will be writing that. So here when you define these all things, I will be coming over here now, and I'll be writing let, then I will be writing over here let num1 equal, and I'll be writing over here like 10 plus 50. Then if you done that, come over here, write over here print, then write over here let, so write over here num1 again. So here when you've defined that, you have to hit save again, and I'll be just coming and I'll be hit refresh. So you can see that now the error is coming again, okay, because we have defined that. So I'll be just coming and I will be writing over here like add. So just when you've done that, I'll be just writing this, and now if I save and show you now, so just hit save. So you can see that now there is coming again. So here I will be just doing one thing, I'll be coming and I'll be writing console.log, and I'll be doing like that. And if I just hit save and show you now, so just come over here, you can see that now the answer is coming 60, because we have defined this add tag. If you not define num1 tag and write add tag, so it will be also work, okay, because it is also a, it will be also a number. So if I write only number tag and over here also, so it will be also work, and it will be just plus that all functions. So if I just hit save over here now, and if I show you, so it will be just add that. So just come over here and you can see that number has been already defined, so because of that it is not working. So if I come and I already define num, and over here also num, so it will be also work, because it also means a number, okay. So if I just come and you can see that now it is also work, and the answer is coming again 60, okay. So if I just change this value to like, if I write over here 10 plus 90, and now if I hit save, and just now if I show you by going to Google Chrome, say, you can see that now the answer is coming 100, because now 10 plus 90 is 100 over here. You can see that, okay. So you can see that how good looking is that, you can see, okay. So like that you can do all the thing with JavaScript over here, okay. So now over here when you've done that, I'll be just coming over here now, and you have to just come over here, and I will be writing over here like just come and write table equal, and I'll be writing over here like let, and when you've done that, you have to come over here and I'll be writing over here like table is a tag of JavaScript. So I'll be writing that. So here when you've done that, you have to come over here, I'll be writing console.log tag. So I'll be coming, I'll be writing console.log, and I'll be writing over here like table tag. So when you've done that, you have to hit save over here now, and now if I show you, so you can see that now there is not working, because now let is not defined. So I'll be just coming and I'll be writing let over here. So now if I just show you by writing that, so if I show you, hit save, you can see that now there is again is coming like that, okay. So now when you've done that, you have to do one thing, like erase that, because now we have to not define that. So I'll be coming and I will be coming over here let var, I'll be writing equal to, and just when you've done that, you have to do like erase that all, and I'll be just coming over here, I'll be writing document equal, right, and I'll be writing over here like this is document. So if I do like that, and if I come over here now, I will be writing print let, and if I do that, I will be just coming, I'll be writing console.log. So if I do like that, hit save over here again, and just come over here now and hit refresh. So you can see that now again nothing happened. So I'll be just coming, and if I just change it to like document, so if I write document, so I'll be writing document. So if I do like that and now hit save, and if I show you, so now over here again the error is coming, you can see that, okay. So like that you can work with that, okay. So let we have already defined. So if I just come over here, and if I write name equal, and I will write over here like Inshal is here. If I do like that, and if I just come over here and if I write over here console.log, and if I write define name. Okay, so you don't have to define name in your parentheses. Okay, means in your in your commas which you are defining. So if I hit refresh, so you can see that now there is coming Inshal is here because now we are defined that in our text. So if I just come over here and if I write this is document, so it will be also coming. So hit save over here now and hit refresh. So you can see that now there is coming this is document. Okay, so like that you can work with that. Okay, so now when you have done that, I'll be just coming and I'll be writing a string. So right over here now we'll be work is it string. So I'll be coming and I'll be writing a string like that. So I'll be just coming over here. First string should be like what, and I'll be writing a string equal, and in this string you have to write like this is a string. So just come over here and write this is a string. So if I do like that and if I just come over here now and write console.log, and you have to write over here string. So we have defined that. If I hit save and show you now, hit refresh, so you can see that there is coming this is the string which we have defined. So I'll be just coming over here and if I write over here let string now. Okay, so just coming and sparing should be correct. So if I write let string equal, and if I now write like this is a new string. So if I do like that, I'll be coming over here, I'll be writing console.log, and now I'll be defining a string because now the console.log will be same over here because this is same string which we are writing. Okay, but we are just changing the variable to array. So I'll be coming over here and you can see that syntax error has been coming because we have already defined this string above. Okay, in the with the variable. So because of that it is not working and it is coming a error. So if I do like that and now if I write over here like let, and we have defined that, so I'll be just coming and if I write name equals string, so just erase that now, and if I write over here like string equal. Okay, so we have defined that, and if I do like that and only write string equal, so if I hit save and show you now, so just come over here and you can see that now it has been worked and it is just saying this is a new string because now we have not written any of the variable or any of the array in first. So because of that we have this is now coming and it is coming correctly because now we have defined only string, we don't define any of the value in first of them. So over here there is we have already defined variable value, so because of that when I am defining let value in the front of them, so because of that the answer was not coming over here. Okay, so like that you can work with that. So I hope you understand that. Okay, so now we have done till over here. Okay, so now we have just understand what are the strings. So I will just tell you some of all the them. Okay, so I will just write over here another like, now if I define over here like let, and now if I write a string. Okay, so like I've telling you it will be not work because now we have defined already variable with a string. Okay, so if you define let with a string, so it will be not work because we are writing a value. Okay, so we are writing a value in the starting of a string, so because of that it understand like you are defining variable in the starting, so why are you defining again let? Okay, so it will be not working and giving you error. So here you have to write a string randomly. Okay, like previously we have written. So now over here you have to just come, and now if I write like, if I write over here var, and if I just come over here and write over here var equal, and I will writing over here name, and if I write in this name like this is not a string. Okay, so if I write like that, so if I just show you it will be not work. Okay, so if I write over here console.log, if I write console.log and I will be writing over here name, so if I write like that and if I just hit save over here now, and if I just show you in the Google Chrome, so just I will be opening that, so I'll be just go over here and I'll be just going to my folder and open that from here. Okay, so if I just again open, so if I just open that from here, okay, so if I show you, so you can see that. Okay, so just I will press inspect and I'll go to my console. So where you can see that there is not working. Okay, because we have defined this equal to over here. I will just go to over here. Okay, so now over here we have defined that, so I'll be just coming over here, and if I write like that, if I write var name, and now if I write over here like string, if I define a string over here, and if I write over here name. Okay, so if I write name over here, so it will be just what, if I just show you, hit save over here, go to Google Chrome, hit refresh, so over here you can see again the error is coming because string is not a function over here. So we have defined this string in a function, so this is not a function. Okay, so I will be writing over here string like that, and if I write name over here, okay, so what will happen? So if I write, if I just define string over here, okay, because now string is not a function over here, so I'll be just hitting save, and if I show you, so you can see that again the error is coming because name is also not a function. Okay, so like that it will be work. So if I write over here let, and if I now if I just save and show you, so you can see that now again the error is coming because it is also not defined. Okay, let is not defined over here, so also there is coming error. Okay, So if you do like that, and now if I hit save and just if I hit refresh, so over here you can see that again the error is coming. Okay, so like that you can do. So if I just come over here now, and if I do one thing, like I will be just doing one thing, I'll be just erasing that because there is coming error again. So now over here, when you've done that all, just you have to come over here, and if I write over here like document, okay, so if I write document, so just come over here now, and if I just write over here like document dot get element by id, if I write dot get element by id, and if I just in that, if I write over here like id, okay, so I will be writing over here click id, okay, which we have defined of button. So if I come and I will be writing over here inner html. So if I write inner html, and if I write equal to, and I write over here hello, so if I write over here hello, this is Inshal. Okay, so if I do like that, and if I save and show you, so you can see that now our button is changed. Okay, here you can see that there is written hello, this is Inshal. Okay, you can see that. So this is also a string, so we have just done that with the help of a string. So because of that, it is coming over here like that. So now when you've done that, I will be just coming over here again, and I will be writing another thing, like just come over here, write over here inner html. If I write like that, so if I write inner html, and in that I will be writing like hello. So if I save and show you, save that, and now if I show you over here, so hit refresh, so you can see that there is coming error because inner html is not defined. If you write inner html randomly, so it will be not work. Here you have to write inner html with your get element by id tag, which you have defined previously over here. Okay, so when you've done that, I will be just coming over here, and I will be writing over here like function. So if I write function, I will be writing equal to, and if I write over here like this, and just I will be coming over here, if I write string over here, and if I define over here like that, so here I will be defining that, and if I just come over here and write nothing, and if I write over here function string, and if I write over here like this is a string, so write this is, so if I write over here string in that also, so if I do like that and come over here, and if I write over here like just come and write var, and if I write over here equal and write string, then if I define like that, and if I just come over here again, and if I just change it to like element, so if I do like that, just if I come over here, and now just I will be doing string over here. So when you've done that, you have to just come over here now, and if I just go to the top, okay, so now we have defined string like that, so I'll be also defining like that, and now when you've done that, you have to come over here, and I'll be writing this is a new string. I will be writing new string like that if I define, and now if I do like, I will write over here console.log, and in that I will be defining string. Okay, so I have just defined the string in my function tag. So now people will see like what happen if we define our string tag in our function tag. So I'll be coming, and I'll be just calling my function. So I'll be coming over here, and I'll be writing element, and I'll be writing this brackets, and I'll be closing that. I'll be hitting save, and now just I will be going to my Google Chrome and hit refresh. So over here you can see that the answer is coming. This is our newest string. Okay, so you can also define your string tag in your function tag if you want to. Okay, or you can also define your string tag over here. Okay, so if I come over here, and if I define number tag, okay, means num1, like we are plussing that, so I'll be just coming, and I'll be writing num1 equal, and if I write over here like 50 multiplied by 10. Okay, so if I do like that, I come over here, and if I write console.log, and I'll be writing num1. Okay, but you have to thinking like we are writing this all function in our function tag. Okay, I'm not writing it randomly, so we will check that what will happen. So just save that, come over here, hit refresh, so you can see that now the answer is coming again. Okay, because when do you write any of the tag in function tag, it will be just work. So here you have to take care of the things like your calling function is means if your calling function is correct, and your function IDs also should be correct over here, so it will be work. If you write wrong things, it will be not worked over here. Okay, so just you have to take care of that things. So now when you've done these all, just I will be coming over here, and in that I will be just coming, and I'll be writing over here like string which we have defined equal, and I'll be writing over here this, and I'll be writing this is newest string. So I'll be writing this is newest string like that. So we will just check that out, console.log, and if I just write all the things, mean num1 also and string also in function tag, so what will be happen, there will be coming error, or the answer should be correct. Okay, so if I come over here, and if I write string, because now we have defined that, we have to define in console.log, so I'll be just hitting save over here now again, and if I show you, hit refresh, so you can see that now there is coming, this is newest string, and our answer of 500 is also coming when you are multiplying with 10. If I write over here 10 plus 2, So if we just take it, so the answer will be 12. Okay, so refresh, you can see that the answer is 12 coming. If we minus that, so come over here, write minus 2, 10 minus 2, hit save over here, go on to Google Chrome and hit refresh. You can see that now the answer is coming 8. Okay, so like that you can work with your string and with your function. Okay, so we are just combining our function, string and our number tags. Okay, so like that you can combine and just take the answer. So if I come over here and if I just write document element, okay, means if I change the id name, so if I write over here document dot get element by id, and if I write over here my id name which was click, and if I come and write over here another thing like just come and write dot inner html, like I have telling you, you have to define your inner html tag with your get element by id tag which you are defining with document, then your answer will be coming. So if I write equal to and I will be writing hey here. So if I do like that and if I just come over here and if I just write hit save over here and we will check that out, it will be just change its name or not. Okay, so just come and hit save. You can see that now when we hit refresh, the name has been changed and it is coming hey there. You can see that, okay, in our button. Okay, so like that you can do. If I just come over here and if I just change the name of my heading one, okay, which I have just written, so I'll be just coming and this is a class of our id, so I'll be just going to my JS file again and I will be just doing one thing. I'll be coming, I'll be writing document dot get element by id. I'll be just coming over here, I'll be write hello, which was my id name. I'll be coming over here, I'll be writing inner dot html. Then here I'll be writing another thing like just come over here and I'll be writing hello world. So I'll be writing over here hello world like that. So if I do like that, hit save, and now if I show you, so you can see if I just hit refresh, you can see that now it has been changed into hello world. Okay, so like that you can work with that. If I just write over here only world like that, if I do like that and if I write w over here, so if I just hit save over here and show you, so refresh, you can see that now it is only changed into word. You can see that. Okay, so like that you can also write your functions if you want to in function tag. Okay, so like that you can write over here. So I'll be just coming over here and I will be writing over here now my fundamentals. Okay, so what are fundamentals in JavaScript? Okay, so over here we have to write fundamentals. Okay, so fundamentals are like I've telling you, these are the fundamental which we have written previously. Okay, but when you combine these all things and you are making anything like that, so it means like you are making a fundamental over here. Okay, so we will just make one of the fundamentals over here, like if I write let equal and if I just come over here and write var means variable, and if I write equal to and if I write over here like that tag over here. Okay, so just come over here now, erase that all. Just if I come over here and if I write tag which is called console.log. Okay, so if I write console.log, but in that if I write over here let over here in my parentheses, okay, means in my commas which I have just written. Okay, so if I just do like that and I come over here and refresh, you can see that now let is coming like that. Let is a tag but we define in commas. Okay, like I have telling you, when you define anything in commas, it will be just computer will be just learning like you are writing a tag. It will be not telling you you are writing a tag, it is telling you like you are defining this thing which you want and it will be shown in your language. Okay, so because of that it is coming let over here. Okay, you can see that. Okay, so like that you can do. So over here when you have written that console.log let, and if you write this console.log without any of the parentheses, if I do like that and if I hit save and show you now, refresh, you can see that we have not defined any of the let tag. So because of that it is saying reference error and there is coming let is not defined. Okay, so if I define let, if I come over here and if I write let equal to funda and if I write over here function, if I do like that and if I come over here and write over here like this is a function. Okay, so if I do like that and if I write like over here like that, and it will be work or not, I will be just showing you over here. If I just erase that and if I just come over here now and if I write over here console.log, but now I'll be define function, so I'll be writing function. So if I do like that, hit save, and if I show you, so hit refresh, you can see that error is coming because now we are defining function tag, but you can't define function tag like that. You have to define function tag in your strings. Okay, so because of that it is not coming. So if I write over here function tag and write over here greeting, so if I write let tag over here and if I define over here like just erase that, and if I write over here let equal and if I write over here this is let function. Okay, so if I do like that, come over here and if I write over here like console.log and if I define let in that, so if I do like that and hit save and show you, so if I just show you, hit refresh, so you can see that now it has been not working again. Okay, so we are not getting any of the error because now we are not defining that. Okay, we have to define also, mean we have to call that. So I'll be coming and I'll be writing let, and if I just call that out, and now if I show you, so come over here, hit save, refresh, you can see that now there is coming, this is a let function, you can see that. Okay, so like that you can just show these all things. Okay, so like that you can do. So if I just come over here and if I define a alert tag, so right over here alert, and in that if I write my name is Inshal, if I do like that, and if I hit save over here and show you in the alert text, so if it will be work, so it will be just really good. So if I come over here, refresh, you can see that now it has been working in our function tag also, you can see. Okay, this space says my name is Inshal. Okay, so like that you can work with your alert tag also in your console. Okay, so if you want to clear that console, so you can also do that in function tag. Okay, only in function tag, I am not telling like you can do it randomly. Okay, so just you have to come over here, and just if I write over here like console.clear, so come and write console.clear, and if I write over here Inshal again. Okay, so here you have to take care of one thing, like you will be thinking anything is not coming when I'm writing console.clear, so why I'm writing in brackets and I'm writing anything in over here. Okay, so here you have to write anything when you are defining console.clear tag, because it is really important to write. If you don't write that, your tag will be not works over here. And refresh, you can see that now if I just press OK, you can see console is now cleared. If I just remove that over here, if I remove this, and it will be not work now, just come over here now, save that, and just come over here, refresh, you can see that now it is not clear, because now we have just removed the tag which we have just written over here. Okay, so like that you can work, and you can also write prompt in your function tag. If I just come over here now, and like that if I write over here like this is a fundamental which we are making. Okay, so if I do like that, and now if I write over here like that, and it will be just like question mark, if I write over here, save that, and if I just go to Google Chrome and show you, so just hit refresh, you can see that there is coming my name is Inshal, then there is coming this space says this is a fundamental which we are making, and if I write anything in that, so just press enter, you can see that nothing works. Okay, so like that you can do. So like that it is called the fundamentals, like you are making something. Okay, in one tag you are making many things, so like that it is called a fundamentals. So if I come over here again, and if I write over here like let fruit, and if I write over here equal, and write over here like banana, and if I do like that, and if I write over here slash backslash n, and if I write apple over here, so if I do like that, come over here, and if I write over here like const var equal, and if I write over here, just come erase that, be writing const, and I'll be writing over here, just erase that from here, I'll be writing let, and if I do like that, and if I write over here let fruit and equal, just come over here now, and we will writing console.log function. So I'll be writing console.log, and if I write fruit over here like that, so if I do like that and close that by writing that, so hit save over here, and now if I show you, hit refresh, you can see that now it is working over here. Okay, you can see banana and apple has been coming over here. Okay, because now we are writing it in console.log tag. Okay, so I'll be just comment these all, because now I don't need that, so I'll be just comment that also, and also this. So when you've done that, I'll be just doing one thing, like I will be coming over here now, and function tag, I'll be just showing you all more tags also, you can just do that with your function tag. Okay, so now when you have defined these all function tags, so you can also do one thing, like you can also define a tag which is called like I will be coming over here, and you can also define anything like fruit or any of the number you can define. So if I write over here greeting, or you can also define age tag. So if I come over here now, and if I write over here age equal, and if I write prompt, and if I write over here like this is an age, so if I do like that, just if I come over here now, and if I write console.log, and if I define age over here, because it has a text, so I will be not writing with bracket with my parentheses, I will be only writing age like that. So I will just press enter, so you can see that this is an age, I'll be writing 12, so you can see that now the 12 is coming written over here. Okay, so like that you can work over here like that. Okay, like that you can do. So if I just come over here now, and if I do another thing, like when you've done that, you have to just come over here now, and I will be writing over here function, and I will be writing, we will be just seeing like we can work our function in our function tag. Okay, so we will just see that if I write var, and if I write like that, and if I write Inshal, so I'll be write nothing, so I'll be doing like that, and if I just come over here, and if I write over here string equal hello, and if I do like that, and if I write console.log, and write over here like just come over here now, and write over here string. Okay, so I will be writing over here string, because in string tag I have defined that. So I'll be just coming and be closing that. Just close that from here also. So we have done till over here. Okay, you can see that we have defined these all things. So now when you've done that, I will be checking that out is working or not. I'll be copy that, paste over here. I'll be writing var. So if I do like that, so it will be working or not. I'll be just check that. Save over here. Go to Google Chrome, hit refresh. You can see that it's not working because we have defined var. So if I just erase that and if I define over here age, so if it work, I'll be just checking that out. Age over here also. Save over here now, and if I show you, so refresh. So over here you can see it has been not work again because age is not a function over here. So if I just come over here and if I write name, so if it will be work, so it will be just really good over here. So if I write name over here also, save that from here, and if I just go to Google Chrome and hit refresh, so just if I press OK, so you can see that again it is coming error. So if I just come over here and if I write greeting, if I do like that, and if I just come over here now and if I write like that, so it will be working or not. I'll be just check that out. Okay, so the both function was not working, which we have done it previously. Refresh. So you can see that not has been worked. You can see how beautiful it is looking. We have just worked a function tag in our function tag. You can see that we have just worked we have just worked two tags in one tag only. You can see that how good looking is that. Okay, so like that you can do fundamentals in that, and there are many fundamentals you can do in function tag. I'll be just coming over here, and if I write let and equal, and I will writing var, and if I do like that, and if I just write over here, so it is not a function, var is not a function. So if I write over here like only like that, and if I write console.log, and if I do like that and write over here hello, with the help of, like I am writing with the help of my let tag, I am writing console.log. So if I just check that out it's working or not. Okay, so I'll be just coming, I'll be writing hello world Inshal. If I do like that, and if I just hit save over here and now show you, hit refresh, you can see that now it is not coming. Okay, anything is not coming because now we have not defined let function over here, but it is correct, but we have not defined let function. So if I just come over here and if I write console.log and write over here let function, so I am writing console.log with the help of let function. Come over here now, just go to Google Chrome, hit refresh. So you can see that nothing happens again. Okay, over here this is only coming like that. So like that you can work with that. And if I just come and save that over here, and just if I go to Google Chrome, okay, so we have just erased that. Because of that it's not coming, so I'll be just control Z over here and just erase these all. So just you have to press control Z because we have just do like that, and now it is good. So when you've done that, you have to just come over here now, and I'll be writing like, just come and erase that. Okay, so it has been just working. So come over here, and now if I write let function equal, and if I write over here console.log now, and just when you've done that, if I write let function in that by writing not any of the like brackets or parentheses, so I will be just writing hit refresh. Okay, and you can see that it is not working over here again. So over here like that you can do. So if I just come over here now and just come over here, and if I write it in parentheses, so just come over here, close that, come over here, write over here hello. So I'll be writing hello world Inshal. So if I do like that, hit save over here now, and just go to Google Chrome, and I will be just checking that out, hit refresh. So you can see that it is working over here. You can see hello world Inshal. Okay, you can see that it is working. Okay, so like that you can work your let tag also in your function tag. So if I write var equal, and if I write over here console dot log, so it is not a function, so I'll be writing console dot log like that. And if I write like that and write over here, just come over here, and now it will be not work if I show you. So it will be not work because it is a variable, so you can't do anything with variable. So if I come over here and if I write let equal, and if I write over here like hello friends, so if I do like that, and if I write console.log tag and define my let or var function, it is not a function, so I'll be defining let. If I do like that, go to Google Chrome, hit refresh, so you can see that there is coming hello friends. Okay, so like that you can do. You can see now when I have written hello friends, so it is also coming in my tag. Okay, so like that you can work with your tag over here. Okay, so if I just come over here now, and if I write another thing like, just write over here let, and just come over here now, and if I write over here prompt equal, and if I write let prompt. Okay, so if I write over here like var prompt equal, and if I write over here prompt in that like Inshal is programmer, if I write prompt in that, and if I come over here and if I write console.log, and if I define prompt tag over here, so if I do like that, and if I show you what will happen, so just save and just go to Google Chrome, hit refresh. So you can see that now we have defined a prompt, so it is not a function, so I'll be just erasing that. Save, go over here, hit refresh, so it is again coming error. Okay, so like that you can do that, but we are getting a tag like that. So if I just erase this variable, so now it will be work, because now we don't have to write anything in the starting of prompt tag which we are defining, so it will be now work. So over here you can see that now it has been just worked over here. Just go over here again, you can see that there is an age, so I'll be just coming over here, and if I write like that, and just when you've done these all things, just I'll be going to the top. Okay, so we have defined that, so we have to define an age tag. So I'll be just coming over here, and I'll be erasing that from here, and if I write var equal prompt, and if I define like that, it will be not work. So if I write let equal prompt, so if I show you, it will be work or not. So right over here console.log, and right over here prompt, and if I do like that and hit save and show you now, so just you can see that now it has been just coming. So if I write programmer, press enter, you can see that now this thing is coming over here. Okay, you can see when I'm writing anything, hit refresh again, okay, press, and right over here programmer, you can see that now again this thing is coming. Okay, so if I write nothing over here, okay, means if I press like okay like that, so again it is coming, because we have defined with prompt tag. So we are defining prompt tag with function, so because of that, that thing was coming, and it was telling like you can just it is a native code over here. Okay, so because of that it was not just not working. So like that you can do work with that over here. Okay, so now over here when you've done these all, just you have to do like come over here now again, and I will be just writing last thing, like if I write over here hello, so if I just come over here and if I write document equal, and if I write over here document let equal, and if I just write like that function, so come over here, right over here brackets, and if I define document function in that, so right over here like Inshal is good. So if I do like that, and if I come over here and if I write now console.log tag, and in that if I define my document tag, so if I do like that, and if I show you how what happened, so if I just go to Google Chrome, hit refresh, so you can see that. Okay, so you can see that now our document is coming, and hello is also coming, which we have written in that. Okay, so like that you can work with that over here, you can see, and it is also telling what text you have written in your HTML codes. Okay, so like that you can work, so you can see that like that. Okay, so I hope you understand this project, I hope you understand this tutorial. Now over here you can see I've just made it this whack-a-mole project in JavaScript. So in this project you can see there is written a whack-a-mole in the title, and over here there is written one score over here in blue box. Okay, here you can see that which is written 0. Okay, and after that there is a button which is called start. Okay, so in that button there is written start. When I will just click that button, so over here you can see there are moles coming, and when I will just press, so here you can see my scoreboard is just going above. Okay, so I've just pressed that 2 times, this mole I've just pressed 2 times, so over here you can see my score is 2. Okay, so if I just play this again, so like that I will do, and over do like that, and here you have to press these moles over here. Okay, so if I just hit refresh and start, and now here you can see there is one score, then 2, and now here it is 3. Okay, so it is a hard game over here, but we will just make that, it is just hard to play, it is not hard to make over here. Okay, so now over here you can see how beautiful your game is looking. Okay, so now here I have just scored 10s over here, you can see there is written 10. Okay, so for making that you have to just open your brackets text editor over here, and now like previously we have worked with these 3 files, so I have just made these files which is called work.html, then second one is work.css, and third is work.js. Okay, so I have just linked my css sheet of work.css with my html sheet which is called work.html. Okay, and now over here I have just already linked my javascript sheet also with my css sheet, so there will be not any problem. So I will just erase to js because it is a js sheet, and now you have to hit save over here, so these changes will saved. And now over here I will come, and over here I will just write back a more project. Okay, so I will come over here and I will add whack mole, and over here I will add game project. Okay, so now when you've done that all, just you have to do like that. Now just erase this because just I was showing how to make that. So now just you have to press shift and press 1, so this exclamation mark will come, which I have just made it with my title. So I will come over here, and now over here I will just first of all define my images which I have to define. So now I will come and I will add div dot image, and now just come over here, first of all write image and erase this because now we don't need it, this alt. Come over here, write mole dot jpg, which is my image name. So like previously when we are making Flappy Bird game, so over there I have just made 2 files, but they were same, just I have changed its quality. Okay, means I have just changed to jpg to png and png to jpg. So I will also do like that. Now I will just change this jpg to png now because I have just taken 2 files over here. Okay, So now when you've done that, I'll just come over here and define another image. And now there I will erase this alt because now I don't need it of that. Just do like that. Now write over here dirt, okay. So I will write over here dirt.png, okay. And over here write image again. And now over here erase that. And just you have to now erase this image now because we don't need it of that. Now here you have to hit save and just come underneath that write div.text, okay. So I will write div.text. Come over here again and here you have to write like just write over here h1. And now in this h1 I will just define like dirt, okay. So over here dirt.png, which was my image, so I will define that. And now just copy this and here you have to paste that. And here I will just do like I will erase this one now because now I don't need it. And here I will add mold.jpg and mold.png. So I will just write over here mold.png. So I'm not defining an image over here because I've just already defined in my div tag of image. So I will just not define now over here. So I will just hit save. And now you can see now our work has been done. Just you have to do like that. Now over here I will just do my JavaScript in another file. I will just show you how to do. But first of all we will open our CSS file because we have to write our CSS codes because we have already linked that. So I will come and I will first of all write margin, which should be 0 pixel now. And write over here padding also, which should be also 0 pixel. Come and write box sizing, which should be border box. So I will write border box. And now here you have to come again. And here I will write another thing which is called float. Okay, so I will write float into left. And here come and write font size. Okay, so I will just take this font size to 16 pixel and font weight to like 600. Come over here and write font family. Okay, so I just take this font family like to open sense. If I just do like that, and then second one I will just take it to lobster. Okay, so I will just write sans serif. Come over here and now here I will write justify content in center. So which things we are writing over here in CSS, these all things should be in center, and which we have written in HTML, these all things will also be in center. So I'm just writing these all center codes. So now just write align items in center and right over here display flag. So there will be one horizontal line. Okay, all the thing which we are making should be in horizontal line, but not all of the thing, just one line thing should be in one line. Okay, so now just come over here and write body. And now just in the body I will just write like background color now, which should be I want of white. Okay, so I will just take it to white. Come over here and write over here color only because it is a color of text which we are defining when we are write any color code. So now I will just write this because it is a color code of black which we have written hashtag 000. Okay, so now just when you've done that, write over here only background. Now we will not define background color, which should be also white. So I will just write color code of white, which is hashtag FFF. Okay, so now when you've done that, just come and write border now. So border I want of one pixel solid and white. So over here I don't want any of the outline, I want border. So I will just erase this outline from here. So I will write outline should be none. Okay, and just when you've done that, come over here again. And now here I will add like just write over here border color. Okay, because I want my border color also should be white. So I will just write white. Then if you want to erase this border, so write over here border none. Okay, so there will be not any border, just border will coming just something like that, but it will be not coming like darker. Okay, it will be just coming lighter when you will just see that. Okay, so now when you've done that, come over here and write font size like I've telling you it should be 14 pixel. Write font family. Okay, so like I've telling you my font family, now I will just take it to lobster. So I will write lobster comma sans serif. Now just come over here again and write font, and over here I will write font weight. So I will write the font weight of 700. And now when you've done that, just come over here and now here you have to do like just come and write float into left and write flex wrap should be wrap, and right over here flex direction should be okay. So write flex direction should be column. So I will write column. And now just come and write over here flex, and over here I will write like flex basis, which should be auto or inherit. You can also write, but auto is just perfect if you are doing with any of the game. Okay, so now here you can see we have done tail over here. Okay, so now when you've done these all things, just you have to go to HTML file, and here we have linked with our JS sheet. So I will just do my all the work with now JavaScript sheet. So I will just go to my JavaScript sheet now. Now when you've done that, just come over here, and now here I will just define first of all tag which is called function. So I will add function right over here like this sign and write let, and over here I will write let const equal document.query selector. Right over here document.query selector, and now here you have to write const only like that because it is a tag in JavaScript. So I will just write like that. Now right over here let. Okay, so write let document because now we will define document over here. Let document equal query selector now. So now over here, when you've done that, just write document.query selector. Okay, so I will write document.query selector. Now just come over here again, write over here document, because now we have defined document over here. So it is not any of the class, it is a tag of JavaScript. So I will just write like that which we have written. Okay, so I will write let, and over here I will write image tag equal document.query selector. And now when you've done that, come over here and write image only like that, because it is a tag. Okay, so it is a class, so I will just take it to dot. But if you're defining like tag, so you can also write image like that, because I have just defining the class, so I've just written dot image. Now come over here and write image dot add event listener. So here it is, so I will press enter. Now come and write add element, so I will write add element. And now just come and write comma array dot on click function, and come over here and write document. Okay, so write document. Now when you have done that, come over here and write over here like just control Z over here, because now we have to write curly brackets, not square brackets. So write image dot document, and write over here button dot add event listener dot array dot on click tag. Okay, so now when you have done that, just come over here and write math dot float, and write over here random dot query selector. And now just when you've done that, all right, array dot on click tag again. Okay, because now we are defining a button which will be linked with our mole and other game which we are giving. Okay, which we are just writing the codes like. So I will write flow dot random, come over here and write array dot button, and just you have to come over here and write document dot add event listener now. And now just we have done, just come over here and write over here add element again, add element. Okay, and just write dot on click tag again, and write over here document dot, and write random dot floor, and here you have to come and write over here like array again. Okay, so now when you've done that, all just write array like that. And now just come over here again and write over here image dot, and write over here on click. Okay, so write on click tag again like that, write document, and write dot add event listener again. Now just write dot over here and write document tag. And now when you've done that, just come over here and write add event listener. Okay, so write add event listener dot, and over here when you've done that, write add element. So I will let add element dot random dot floor. Okay, and now when you've done that, write document. So now just we have done till over here, write over here image dot, and over here you have to come and write over here document dot const, and write over here let dot random, and write dot floor, and write over here document. Just come and write document. Now when you've done that, you have to hit save, and now your work has been done. Just I will close these all things, because we are just closing a tag in JavaScript. So I will just hit save, and now when your work is done, just you have to open your Google Chrome and check that out is working or not. So if I just show, so over here you can see how beautiful it is looking. We have defined our background color of blue and white, which is in JavaScript. So background color of white I have just already defined in CSS, so I don't have to define in JavaScript. So I have defined a color which is called blue, which is of background color. It is called sky blue color, so you can also do that by JavaScript. So I have also done that. And over here this button has been also made with JavaScript, which is of a scorecard button. Then the second one is of a start button. In that we will just press that, so our mole game will be start. Okay, so here you can see our Veka mole which we are writing like a title, so it is just written over here. Okay, so if I just press that, so our game will be start. So just press that over here. So over here you can see now our game has been started over here. Now when I'm pressing, so my scorecard is just going forward when I'm just pressing my moles which are coming from our date. Okay, so here you can see that how beautiful we have just made one Whack-A-Mole game project in JavaScript. So I hope you understand that how to build one Whack-A-Mole game project in JavaScript, and I hope you also enjoyed this project. Now over here you can see I've just made this to-do app over here. Okay, so if you are new over here, so please hit the subscribe button, because it motivates me to make more content like that and more hard videos for you. And this coming up this weekend I will be just making more videos of JavaScript, so it's motivate me to make more videos. Okay, so I hope you will be just doing subscribe. Okay, so now over here you can see I've just made it this to do app. Now in this to do app you can see there's written to do app, what do you need to do. Okay, so over here you can see there's written you have 0 to do left. Okay, because now we have not written any of the to do over here. So here you can see in the text box there's written new to do, so I will just write a to do which will be just called like I will write my name, which is called Inshal. And now over here I will write like that. Now here you can see there is written you have one to do left. Okay, so and our to do is over here. Okay, here you can see that. And if I just press this checkbox over here, so here you can see now it has been changed into 0. Okay, so 1 is now changing into 0 over here when I'm just pressing that. So if I just add another to do, like I will write over here programmer, and I will write like Inshal is a programmer. Okay, and over here you can see, and if I write JavaScript, right over here Python, and now here you can see now here are many 5 to dos which we have written. Okay, here you can see that, and it is also showing you have 5 to dos left. Okay, so if you have just written many of the to dos, okay, means you can't find your to do which you have to find. So you can also search over here. Okay, this is called filter to dos. So if you want to search, so if I write like this one to do, if I can't find that, so if I write Inshal, so over here you can see now there is coming 2 to dos like that, because first there is of Inshal, then second one is Inshal is a programmer which we have written. Okay, so in the starting both as having Inshal, so because of that when I'm writing in the filter to do's Inshal, so both are coming over here. Okay, and if I write JavaScript, so only one will come because only one is of JavaScript over here. Okay, so here you can see, and you can also hide that by pressing this hide completed. So over here it will be just hide, and now if I write any of the to do again, it will be just hide over here. Okay, so now here if I just press that, and now just if you press remove, so it will be just remove also. Okay, you can see that, and now if I just press that again, okay, and now it is hiding. Okay, over here you can see that now it has been hidden. Here you have to just take care of one thing, you press this one checkbox and you will press hide completed. Then if you press that, it will be just not hide by uncheck this. Okay, here you can see that now it is not hiding because I have not check this one checkbox, and over here this one, here you can see that now it has been just hided over here. Okay, so I will just show you how to make that, but first of all you have to open your text editor which is called bracket. So I will just open that, and I will just make it 3 files which is called work.html, work.css, and work.js. And now when you've done that, come over here, and now first of all you have to write h1 tag, and in that h1 tag I will just define first of all right over here like to do apps. Okay, so I will write over here to do, and over here I will write just write like that and write to do app. Okay, so now when you've done that, you have to hit save, and now just come over here and now write over here like h1 and write over here filter to do. Okay, so I will write just erase that now, write input, and now over here you have to write like filter to do. So write placeholder, and now write over here filter to do's. Okay, so I will write to do's over here because here we have to search many of the to do's which we are just defining in our to do app. Okay, so now here when you've done that, write input again, and now in this input I will define placeholder, and now just when you've defined that, just come over here, and now here you have to write like just first of all write over here button. Okay, so I will write button, right over here submit. Okay, because now the button is of submit which we are making. So now when you've done that, just copy this input tag over here, control Z, copy, and paste that over here, because before that there was our input tag, then after that there was our button. Okay, so now over here I will define like right over here enter new to do. Okay, so I will write over here enter new to do's. Okay, so over here you can see I've just written that, and now when you've done that, just you have to do like that, hit save, and now just when you've done that all, just you have to come over here, and now here you have to define like just write over here div dot inputs. So write like that, press tab, copy this, and here you have to paste that because we are defining like that. Now comment right over here like div dot button. So I will write div dot button. Okay, so in the JavaScript I will only define this tag over here, I will not define button tag over here. Okay, so I will just I will define button class, not tag of button. So I will just paste that, and now just you have to hit save, and now your work has been done of HTML. Now here we have to do our work with our CSS. So I will just set it to equal to because we don't want that. And now just go to your CSS file, come over here and write margin first of all, which should be 0 pixel. Write over here the padding, which should also be 0 pixel. Come over here and write over here like box sizing. So I will write box sizing should be border box. So I will write like that. Come over here, and now here you have to write anything which is called justify content. So I will write justify content in center, and now when you've done that, just come and write align items in center, because now I want my align items which I am defining, these all should also be center with my justify content in center which I am writing. Right over here now display, and now the display I want of inline block now. Okay, I don't want of now flex. I want a flex in my body tag when we will define that. So I will write font size now, which should be 14 pixel. Write font weight now, again which should be 600. Come over here and write font, and just write over here font family over here, which should be Montserrat. So I will write Montserrat, comma sans serif. So now just when you have done that, just come over here again, and now here I will define another thing which is called just write over here flex box, flex basis, sorry. So I will write flex basis should be auto. And now just come and write over here body now. And now in that body tag I will write font size, which should be 14 pixel. Write font weight also, which should be 600 now. And write font family, which should be open sans. So I will write now in this bracket, so I will add my open sans. Okay, so I will add open sans, comma, sans serif. Now when you've done that, just come over here and write over here like, just write flex box, which will be, okay, so this will be flex wrap. And now you want the flex wrap should be wrap over here like that. Come over here and write flex, and over here I will write like flex, and just write over here flex direction. So I will just this write flex direction of column. So I will write column, write over here flex basis. Okay, so I will write over here flex basis should be auto. Okay, so now when you've done that, just come over here again and write justify content in center, and align items should also be in center. So I will write align items should also be in center. And now just when you've done that, right over here display, which will be now flex, like I've telling you. Now the display should be of flex. Okay, so now when you've done that, just you have to come over here again, and here you have to write like, just come over here and just go to the top. If you will just show, so I will just write over here padding now, which will be 10 pixel. Write the margin, okay, which will also be 5 pixel now. And now just you have to hit save over here. Now your work has been done of CSS. Now just come over here and now write input, and now write over here padding should 8 pixel. Right over here, okay, so just write the padding should be 5 pixel, and right over here the margin should be 8 pixel now. And just when you've done that, come over here and write the width, which should be 100%, not 100 pixel. Okay, because it will be just too small if you write 100 pixel over here. Okay, so now just you have to hit save, and now your work has been done of CSS. Here we have to do work with our JavaScript. So first of all, I will go to my HTML file, and I will just check that out my sheet is link of JavaScript with HTML sheet. Okay, so it is just linked. So over here I will write all the codes. So now just go to JavaScript sheet, come over here and write function tag now, and now just write over here const, and just come over here and write let now. Okay, so I will write let document equal document dot query selector. So I will write document dot query selector. So I will write query selector. And now when you've done that, just come over here and write document, and now just come and write over here like let const equal document dot query selector. And now write over here like const like that, and just come over here and write let, and over here I will write function equal document dot query selector. Okay, so I will do like that, query selector. Come over here and define function like that, and close that over here. So I will just take this spelling correctly because I have just written u over here. So I will just hit save now. Come over here again and just write over here button dot add event listener. Just come over here again and write function dot button, and write over here like, just come over here and write document. Just when you've done that, come over here and write over here like function dot const. So I will add function dot const document dot function, and write over here button dot const over here like that. Now just when you've done that, come over here and write let dot const, and write over here dot add event listener. Okay, so I will add event listener, then write dot add element. So I will add element, which is over here. Now when you've done that, write document like that. Come over here and write const dot document dot function, and write over here document dot button. So I will write button like that dot add element. So I will add element. Now just when you've done that, come over here and write add event listener. So now write add event listener dot function, and write document and dot button. Okay, so I will add button dot document again. Now just come over here and write floor dot random, and write math dot floor dot function again like that. So now when you've done that, write button dot document, and just when you've done that, come over here and write over here function again, which will be dot document dot add event listener like that. And now just write dot document, and now when you've done that, all just you have to come and write dot button like that. And now just when you've done that, come over here and write over here document dot function, and write over here document again. And now the document I want of like, just write dot, and over here I will just write const, and write over here document dot button like that. And now when you've done that, all just you have to hit save over here. Just close that by writing this close tags over here, and now just hit save again. Go to over here and just go to JS file. And now when you've done that, all just you have to go to Google Chrome, and we will check that out it's working or not. So just go to Google Chrome over here. So here you can see how beautiful our to do app is looking. Okay, so we have just successfully made it our to do app which we have to make. Okay, so over here you can see the input text which we want are over here. This checkbox I have made it with the help of JavaScript, so don't just there is not any of the HTML, so I have just made it with JavaScript, so because of that there is not showing any of the HTML. So now over here you can see how beautiful our to do app is looking. So if I add any of the to dos over here, Inshal, then press submit. Over here if I write programmer and enter, and now when you've done that, just write another thing which is called Inshal is programmer. Okay, so I will write like that and write JavaScript, and you can also write Python like over here C sharp. Okay, so like that you can see I've just written many of the languages, and over here I've just written Inshal programmer. Inshal is a programmer. Okay, so if I just select these all, okay, so by checking this checkbox, and if I just press this hide completed, so over here you can see now our all to dos are hide. So if you want to hide one of them, so just erase this checkbox and just press this hide completed. So press that over here, and here you can see now our hide, our one to do is hide over here. Here you can see that first one is now hide when I'm just pressing this hide completed. Okay, here you can see that. And if you want to remove that, so you have to just press this remove, which is written over here remove, and it has been removed, and it is just changed into 5 to dos left. Okay, so here you can see that if I just remove that, also all of that are in remove. Okay, so if I just show you, if I just search over here, right over here filter, write programmer, and write JavaScript like that again, and now just spelling is incorrect, so I will just take it to JavaScript like that and remove that. And now here you can see if I just search like JavaScript, so here you can see now it has been coming. If I write Inshal, so it is coming, right? Filter, it is coming also. Okay, so here you can see how beautiful we have made it one to do app. Okay, so I hope you understand that how to build one to do app in JavaScript, and I hope you also enjoyed this project. Over here you can see I've just made it this notes app in JavaScript. So please, if you want these like content, so please subscribe to my channel, and if you're new here, and please hit the bell icon also with that. Okay, because it helped me and it's motivate me to make more videos like that and more contents like that in future. So now we will start. Now over here you can see in this notes app, if you press this create note, okay, so over here you can see it is asking like note title. Okay, so I will just write note title like Inshal Bek. I will write my name, and over here I will write Inshal is a programmer. Okay, and over here I will write he knows JavaScript, and over here I will write and Python, like I am writing randomly. So here when you have done that, just you have to not, you have to press this remove note. Okay, because it's remove the note if you want to remove. Okay, so we don't have to remove, so I will just press this home. Okay, so press that. So over here you can see now we have just one note which is called Inshal Beg. Okay, because we have just written the title of Inshal Beg in my notes. Okay, so here you can see there's written last edited a few seconds ago, because we have just made this few seconds ago, like you all know. So if I just press that, so over here you can also edit that if you want to, and you can also change this title. So if I write programmer, so I will write programmer, and I will just press home. So over here you can see now our title has been changed over here. Okay, so you can also sort it by like recently created or sort by alphabetically. So I will just make one of them, so if it will be just really good. Okay, so if you want to search, so you can write, because we have just made it one, so there will be only coming one. Okay, so over here you can see we have just written triple M. So here you can see that how beautiful our notes app is looking. So just hit refresh, and now it will be coming, and I will, if you want to remove that, so press this remove note. So here you can see no notes to show over here, because we have not created any of the note now. Okay, so now first of all, for that you have to open your brackets text editor. Okay, so I will just open that, and over here I have just created these three files, which is called work.html, work.css, and work.js. Okay, so over here I will just go to my work.html file, and I have just already linked my CSS sheet with that and my JavaScript sheet, so there will be not any problem when we are creating. Okay, because I've telling you this thing in many projects over here, you can just check that out over there. Okay, so now over here I will press enter, and I will write my codes. So I will first of all write h1 tag over here, and now just write over here, like just come over here and write notes. Okay, so I will write notes app, and now here just erase that and write over here notes app like that. So I will write notes app, and now just when you've done that, come over here, and now here I will just write like button, which should be submit. Okay, and just when you've done that, copy this button tag over here and just paste that over here. So just come and write paste, and now just when you've done that, come over here, and now here you have to write like, just write over here submit, which we have written, and now here you have to write input. Okay, so I will just first of all come and I will write input, and I will write, and I will just press like that, and I will write placeholder, and I will just write over here filter to do. So I will write to do filter. Okay, so just you have to take this app to capital, because we are writing first letter should be capital, okay, like you all know. So I will just come over here again, write input tag again, and just write over here placeholder, and here you have to write like no notes, okay. So I will come over here and I will write enter notes, okay. So I will write enter notes, okay. So I will write like enter notes over here. So now when you've done that, just come over here and just you have to do like that, come and write div which should be input, okay. So I will write div dot input, and now just when you press tab, copy this close div, and I will just paste that underneath this input, and just write over here button, okay. So I will write div dot button, okay. So div dot btn I will write like that, copy this btn from here, okay, and paste that underneath my button tag which we have just created, okay. Just hit save over here. Now your work has been done of html. Here we have to do work with our css. So now here I will just go to my file of css over here, and now over here I will just come and I will write this sign, right margin, this will be 0 pixel, okay. So just erase that and write 0 pixel, right padding, this will also be 0 pixel, and right over here box sizing, this should also be 0 pixel. So I will write box sizing should be border box now, and right over here justify content, okay, which should be in center, because like you all know why I am writing this justify center, by centering my all the thing which I am just defining. So I will write like that, come over here and write over here like border, which should be 1 pixel solid white, and just come over here, write border color, which should be also white. And now just when you've done that, I'll just come over here, and now here you have to write anything which is called, just write over here like a border none and outline none. So I will let border should be none and outline should be none. So I will let outline should also be none. Now when you have done that, I'll just you have to come over here and write over here background only, okay. So the background I want of white. Now just when you've done that, come over here again, write body, and the body I want of like background, which should be like green, okay. So now when you've done that all, just have to do like that, write the background color, which will also be green. So I will write green like that. Just come over here and write over here font size, which should be like 15 pixel, font weight also, okay. So just erase that and write like that, font weight should be like 400, right over here font, and write font family, okay. So the font family I want of like, just come and write font family should be open sans, and over here I will write comma sans serif. Now just hit save over here, okay. So now when you've done that, I'll just come over here, right over here border, which should be 1 pixel solid white. So I will write white, then come and write border color white. So I will write border color white, and now when you've done that, all just you have to come over here and just do like that. And now when you've done that, just do like over here and write over here like another thing which is called font, okay. So which we have written. So I will just write flex wrap should be wrap. Now when you've done that, just you have to do like that, hit save over here, and now your work has been done of css. Just you have to go to your javascript file, and just here you have to create like function tag, and write over here let, and just come over here again and write over here const let equal document dot query selector. So I will write query selector, come over here and write like that, like come over here and just write over here let, and just come over here and write const, and just write over here function equal document dot query selector. So I will write query selector, and just write over here and tag which is called function, because it is a tag of javascript. So I will define like that, come and write const, and now here I will define like const button equal document dot query selector, okay. So I will write query selector, write dot button because it is a tag. So I will just do like that. Now when you've done that, come over here and write button dot add event listener. So over here it is, so I will press that, come over here and write document dot query selector, and write over here dot button. Now when you've done that, just you have to do like that, come over here, okay. So just come over here and write over here add event listener, okay. So do like that and write over here dot button, and write over here dot query selector, and now write over here function dot button tag again, and just write dot on click and dot array with that. Now when you've done that, just come over here and write function dot button, okay. So just come and write like that, function dot button dot name, and just come and write function dot on click and write dot array over here like that, okay. So now just when you've done that, just you have to do like that, and now just your work has been done. So just if I show you in Google Chrome, so just come over here and close that by writing this on codes, just save that, okay. So just maximize, hit save, and now just your work has been done. Just if I show you in the Google Chrome by just going that, and just if I show you in Google Chrome over here, So now over here you can see our notes has been ready. Okay, so if I just create a note over here, so if I write Inshal bake, and it is looking really beautiful. So if I write Inshal is a programmer, okay, and if I just go to home, so over here you can see now it has been created. Here you can see there is certain last added a few seconds ago, because I've just made it this note a few seconds ago. Okay, and if we just filter that by writing, so here you can see when I'm writing H, so there's not coming because my spelling was INSH. Okay, so there is coming like INH. I've just written, so there is coming no notes to show. Okay, so if I write like that, so over here you can see, and you can also sort that, but it is not sorting because we have just only one. Okay, so over here I hope you understand that how to build one notes app in JavaScript, and I hope you also enjoy this project. Now, in this project we will see that how to build one hangman game project. Okay, so before that, if you are new over here, so please hit the subscribe button for getting more videos like that and more contents like that, and for getting more games in JavaScript. And I hope you will enjoy that also, which will be coming in future. So please like the video and just subscribe to channel. Okay, so now we will start. So here you can see I've just made this hangman game project over here. So in this project you can see there are just some of the dashes over here you can see, and above that there was a one sign over here. When we press shift and 8, so this sign is come. So over here it is a hangman game. So first of all, here you have to guess the words which will come in this lines. Okay, so I also don't know because these all are randoms over here. I don't set that. Okay, so over here if I just write like A, so over here you can see A was the correct word. So over here you can see in the starting there is coming one A. Okay, so here there will be only one letter you have to write, and if it should be in many places, so it will be just come when we will write just one time. Okay, so here you have to write one letter only one time. Okay, so if I write like S, so over here you can see S is also over here. Okay, so D is also, and if I write like R, so R is also I. Okay, so here you can see like that, you can guess that. If I just guess like that, and if I write over here like TU, okay, so L, and now here you can see it is just guessing correctly. So here you can see now I have just tried that and my work is not done. So over here there is coming nice try. The word was L Fresno dining over here. Okay, so because of that I was just written the wrong word. So because of that this was not coming, and it was just saying the nice try over here. So just we will make that with JavaScript. Okay, so I will just open my brackets text editor for doing that. And over here I have just created three files which is called image.html, image.css, and image.js. Okay, so now over here I've just already linked my CSS sheet also, so there will be not any problem and we will just build that. And I have just already linked my JavaScript sheet also. Okay, so now over here I will come underneath my style sheet and I will write all the code. So first of all you have to come and write over here h1 and write over here hangman game project. So I will write hangman game project, and now here you have to come and write over here like just write dev.guess. Okay, it will be our class in which we will write all the things. So I will come over here and I will just write h1 and I will write guess the letter. Okay, so I will write over here guess the letter, and now when you've done that just come and over here you have to write like h1 again and write try. Okay, so I will write nice try, and over here I will write the word was. Okay, so the word I don't know also because it will be just coming randomly, I'm telling you. So over here I will just write nice try. The word was, okay, so I will just write the word was random. Okay, so in curly brackets you have to write because in curly brackets we are defining that. So I will just define with my curly brackets. Okay, so just come over here and write random. Okay, and I will just write my random names, means the random words which I want in my hangman game. Okay, so I will just close that also by writing this. Just come over here again and here you have to write like just I will write the fresh no, and over here I will just write like just come over here and write over here day. Okay, so if I just write like that, come over here and write over here like the morning day. So I will write over here the morning day, and now you can write any of the words. So I will just write random over here because I want random words, so it will be just coming randomly over here. So I will just hit save, and now just when you've done that you have to come underneath again, write over here div dot, and over here I will write hangman which is my class. So I will come over here again, and now here I will define like just come and write random. Okay, so I will just not write in brackets. Okay, so because it is a tag now. So now when you've done that just come again and write hangman. Okay, so now when you've done that just spelling should be correct. Now we have written. Okay, and now just copy paste that times which you want the letters. Okay, so I will just copy paste that many times because I want many words in my hangman game. So I will just paste that, hit save over here, and now your work has been done of HTML. Here when you've done that just you have to go to CSS file for style that. Okay, so I will just go to my CSS file, come over here and write like that. Write over here margin first of all, which should be 0 pixel, and write the padding also 0 pixel. Okay, come over here and write the box sizing should be border box, so I will define that border box. Come over here and now here write justify content only, which should be in center, so I will add justify content center. And right over here align items in center also, so I will add align items in center. Then come over here and right over here display, which should be flex, because I want my all the thing which should be in one line and it should be aligned in center. So now just write font size, which should be 14 pixel. Font weight, which should be like 500. Now just when you've done that, just write the font family which I want of like open sans, so I will define open sans comma sans serif. Now just when you've done that, come over here and write flex wrap should be wrap, which is perfect, and right over here the background only, because now we will not define the background color over here. I will just define the background color in my body tag, so I will just write over here white, because I want the white color background. Okay, so just come over here and write body, and just write over here flex wrap should be wrap, and write over here flex direction also, which should be like column, so I will write over here flex direction column. Write over here flex basis. Okay, so write flex, just come and write like that. Write flex basis, which should be auto now. And now just when you've done that, come over here and write background, so I will define that to white, so I will write white. Write background color also, which should be also white, so I will just write the color code of white. Come and write the border, which should be 1 pixel solid, and it should be black, so I will define black. Write border color. Okay, it should also be black, because already I have just written the color in border, so I am just writing if it's not come. Okay, so over here I will just write for that. Okay, and right over here outline should be none, because I need not any of the outline, I just need my border. Okay, so I will also write border none, because I want if my border comes and it will just gone again, so because of that I'm just writing like border none over here if it's come like very heavy. Okay, so over here it will be just going to light. Okay, when you will write this border none tag. Now when you've done that, just write over here like come over here and write font size. Okay, so I want the font size bigger over here, so I will write 15 pixel. Font weight also I will just want the bigger one, so I will just write like 700. Come over here and write font family. Okay, so I want the font family different from above, so I will just write over here Montserrat and comma sans serif. Now just come over here again, and now here you have to write just write text align center, because I need my all the text which I am writing, it should be center aligned, and justify content center over here. Okay, so now when you've done that, just write over here align items should also be in center, and right over here again which should be display, and now I want of inline block, so I will add inline block. Now just come and write over here text justify, which should be inherit, so I will write inherit. And just when you have done that, you can also write enter character, but it is not really perfect when you are making any of the games over here, so I will just define inherit over here. So just you have to hit save, and now when your work has been done, just come over here and write dot hangman, because it is a class also which we are defined, so I will write over here display inline. Okay, so I will just write block. Come over here and write align items in center, so I will write align items center. Right over here justify content in center, so I will write justify content in center. Okay, and now just when you have done that, come over here, and here you have to write like just write over here border 1 pixel solid, but it should be white, so I will define white color, and border color also I will define which should be white, because I already like I've telling you I've defined the color of white. So just come over here, write outline should be none, because I need not any of the outline, and border should also be none over here. Okay, so just when you've done that, come over here again and write over here text justify, now it should be auto, so I will write auto. Just when you have done that, come over here, and here you have to write another thing which is called flex direction only, which should be column, so I will define it column. Okay, so you can also define column reverse, but I am not defining because it should be just reverse, so I want it to go straight. Okay, so over here because of that I am just taking it in flex direction. So just when you've done that, hit save over here, and now your CSS work has been also done. Just go to JS file and do the work of JavaScript. So come over here and write function, write like that, write const, and write over here like let, and write let function equal document dot query selector, so I will write query selector, and here you have to write over here function like that, because it is a tag. And when you have done that, close that, write let const equal document dot query selector, and write over here const like that, because it is a tag which we are defining like I've telling you. Write let and write hangman, because we are making one hangman game, So I will write hangman over here, okay, equal document dot query selector. And now just when you've done that, come over here and write hangman like that, because it is a class. So I will just write dot in the starting, okay. So just you have to take care of one thing when you're defining class. So you write dot in the starting, and when you're defining any of the tag, so just write over here not anything, just you have to write the tag name, okay. So just when you've done that, write hangman, and over here I will write dot add event listener. Come and write over here button dot array, and write over here dot on click, okay. And just when you've done that, write over here dot function tag. So just come over here and write over here hangman, okay. So write hangman dot on click function, write over here button dot array, and write floor. Just when you've done that, write function dot on click tag over here. Now when you've done that, just come over here, write over here button dot on click, and write over here array dot floor or random I will write. So just come over here and write over here like math dot floor, okay, because it is a different thing from our random array dot random, okay. So come and write array, only array, just come and write function. So just erase that, because now we will erase this bracket also, because here we have to write function in second line. So I will come and I will write function array, okay. And now just write over here floor, and if you want to, so you can also write your function tag in the above one line, but there was not any of the space, so because of that I am writing. And I will just write math.abs over here, write e dot button, write over here random over here like that. Now just when you've done that, come over here and write button dot on click, and here you have to write change letter, okay. So I will write over here change letter dot, and over here I will let apply to all, okay. So I will write over here apply to all. Now just when you've done that, write dot random again, and just come over here and write over here letter. So I will write over here letter dot change, and over here I will come and I will write over here like apply to all again, okay, because I want this all the thing which I am writing, which should be applied to all things which I am defining. So I will write apply to all dot floor, come over here and write function dot array, and just when you've done that, you have to do like that. Now just when you have done that, you have to close that all things which you have defined, okay. So I will just close that by writing this semicolon. So I will just hit save, and just you have to go to above, okay. So now just go to JS file again, hit save, okay. So now your work has been done. If I just show you in Google Chrome, it will be just looking really good, okay. So here you can see our hangman game is ready. If I just hit refresh, so over here you can see there are the 5 turns to guess the letter which we will write, okay. So there are 5 turns. So here you have to write 5 words. So I will just write like A. So I have just guessed A correctly, so I will just write R. It is also correct. S, and it is also correct, okay. So there are 4 S in this letter, in this word, okay. So because of that, it is coming as over here 4 S. So if I just write R, so we have just defined. So if I write O, okay, so it is also defined. And here you can see when we have defined L, so it is also coming, okay. So if you define like that and write G, okay, so here you can see now the word was incorrect, and over here it is coming like public address system was the correct word to guess, okay. So we have just incorrect what we have guessed. So if I just do it again by just confirming you, so if I write P, it is not correct, G, H, and R, A, and it is also B, okay. So here you can see there is written new wedding fashion was the correct word which we have to guess, okay. So like that you can make your own hangman game in JavaScript. So I hope you understand that how to build one hangman game project in JavaScript, and I hope you also enjoyed this project. Over here you can see I have just made this the recipe app over here, okay. Here you can see that, and in this app you can see there is many sections over here, okay. So but first of all, if you are new over here, so please hit the subscribe button, because it's really helped me and it's motivate me to make more content like that and more videos for you for in future and like that and of JavaScript. So here you can see I've just made this recipe app in JavaScript. So in this recipe app you can see there is first of all there is a input of search over here, okay. Above here you can see that, and underneath that there is a button which is called add recipe. So when I just press that, so over here you can see there is written like add recipe name, okay. So if I write like pizza, and if I just write like recipe steps, it is just telling you, okay. So we don't know, so I will just write like flour, and I will write like pizza make, and I will just write like that, okay. Anything I will write. And now when you have done that, just you have to go to ingredients, and now just when you come over here, and now here you can see there is certain ingredient. After adding your ingredient, use the checkbox to indicate if you have it in stock, okay. So if you write like I will just write add ingredient, so I will just write like pizza, and I will write tomato. Like I will just write like that, and I will just write add ingredient. So here you can see now our ingredient has been added, and over here you can see there is written pizza tomato. Over here you can see. You can also delete that by pressing this button if you want to, but I will just not delete and I will press, or you can also write many of the ingredient if you want to. So I have just defined one of them, and I will just press this add new recipe. So here you can see how beautiful it is looking, and our pizza recipe has been just added into our recipe app. Okay, so if I just press that, so over here you can see all the things are coming which we have to just defined. Okay, if you want to delete that, so you can delete that in going by in danger zone. It is coming when you will just scroll down, and it is also coming update recipe if you want to. Okay, means if you want to add some things, or you want to change its name over here, you can also do that, or you can also add your ingredients so much if you want to. Okay, so I will just not change anything. I will just go to back, and over here you can see I will just hit refresh. So over here you can see that how beautiful it is looking. And if I just write anything, so KA, and it's not any of the my recipe, so because of that there is not coming any of the recipe by that name. Okay, so if I write like pizza, so it is coming just right like that. Here you can see that now it is coming over here. Okay, so like that I will just make. So first of all, for that you have to open your brackets text editor. So I will just open that, and over here I've just created these three files over here. Okay, and in that file I've just linked my also style sheet, which is called image.css, and I've just already link my JavaScript sheet also. Okay, so there will be not any problem because I've just telling you these things in many projects of JavaScript, if you know. Okay, so over here you can see we have just linked our JavaScript sheet also. So I will just come underneath my link tag, and over here I will just write my all the codes which I have to define. So I will just write h1, and I will write recipe app. And over here when you have done that, just you have to copy this and paste that. Just change its name of document and change it to recipe app. Okay, so this title means, like if I just show you, so title is over here. Okay, here you can see there is certain document. So over here if I just hit refresh, so it will be just changed. Just save over here, and just if now if I show you, so here you can see now it has been changed and recipe app is over here. So I will just minimize that, and now here when you've done that, erase that now, and now just come over here again and just control Z. Now just when you've done that, come over here and write over here h1, write input tag now. Okay, so just erase this h1 because now this is an input tag, not any of the thing which we are defining. And over here I will come and I will add placeholder, and I will define search because there was a search placeholder, like I've telling you search input, like you can also say that. So I will add search because it is an input tag. And now when you've done that, just you have to go to above on h1 tag and just come underneath that again, and over here I will define my things. Okay, so just come over here, and here you have to write just one thing like h1. Okay, and in that I will just write like my ingredients. I will write ingredients, and over here when you've done that, just write over here like recipe steps. So I will write recipe steps. Okay, so write like that. And now when you've done that, just you have to copy this h1 from here, come paste. Okay, so just paste that and write over here danger zone. Okay, so just erase that from here and write danger zone. And now when you have done that, just you have to copy these all things which we have just written in h1, erase from here, come over here and paste these all things. Just come underneath your input tag and write over here div dot, and over here I will write under. Okay, because these are the things which we have to define when we are defining any of the our any of our recipe. So we will just write under that these all things. Okay, so I will just come over here, and here I will write like this, come over here and write input tag again, and in that input tag I will write placeholder. Okay, so just first of all come and I will write button now, and now I will write over here add new recipe. So I will write add new recipe. Now when you've done that, just you have to hit save over here, and now your work has been done off HTML. Now here we have to do our with CSS. So I have just already linked that. So over here I have to do like I have to just style that. So I will come over here and I will first of all write margin 0 pixel, padding I will come over here which will be 0 pixel, box sizing also border boxes should be, come over here and write justify content which will be in center, and just come over here and write over here align items which will also be in center. And now when you've done that, just erase this left one, come over here and write over here another thing which is called display flags. So I will write display flags. Now come over here, and here you have to write another thing which is called font size. So I will write the font size which I want of 12 pixel, because firstly I want my font size should be small enough, so we can be just seeing like that. It should also be not big enough, so it should be, if it should be big, so it will be just cover all the spaces over here, and we should not having so much spaces for making that. Okay, so I will just come and write font family and over here I will just write the font family of lobster, comma, sans serif. Now just come over here and write over here like flex wrap should be red, and now write background color. Okay, so I want of white, so I will just only write color code of white, which is triple F, so I will define that. Come over here and write W, which should be red. Now just when you've done that, write border, which should be 1 pixel solid, it should be also white, so I will define white. Come over here, write body, and write over here margin, which should be now 4 pixel. Come and write the padding, which should be 5 pixel. Come and write border, it should be 1 pixel solid and black over here. Now just write border color, which should also be, just write R over here by after O. Okay, so just when you've done that, come over here and write border color, which should be also black. So just when you've done that, come over here, write flex wrap should be wrap, and now just write E over here before our X. Okay, so now when you've done that, just come over here and now write over here font size, which should be 15 pixel, font weight, which should be 400. Write over here font, and over here I will write family, which should be Montserrat. So I will write Montserrat, comma, sans serif. Now just when you've done that, come over here, and now here I will define anything which is called flex wrap again, which should be now wrap, and over here I will write flex direction, which should be column. And now just when you've done that, write over here flex spaces only, which should be like auto, so I will write auto. Now just come over here and write font size, which should be 12 pixel long, and font weight should also be like, just come over here and erase that, because now we have defined these all. Just erase this also, and now come over here and write justify content. So I will write over here justify content in center, and write over here align items in also in center, and write over here display, which should be now inline block. So I will define not inline block, I will only define the block, it will be just perfect. So now here you have to hit save over here, and now your work of CSS has been also done. Okay, so here you have to do your work with JS file. So I will just go to my JavaScript file, and I will write first of all function let, and over here I will come and I will define that. Come over here and write const, and write over here const function equal document dot query selector, and write over here just function like that, because it is a text, so I will define like that. Come and write const, and write over here like under equal document dot query selector, so I will write query selector, and now write over here dot under, because it is a class which we have defined in HTML. So I will write const, and over here I will come and I will write over here let equal document dot query selector, and now when you've done that, just come over here and write over here dot. I will just not write dot, I will only write let, because it is a tag of it is a tag of JavaScript. So just come over here and write function dot add event listener. Okay, so just here it is, so I will press that. Come over here and now write over here document. Okay, so write document dot let, and now write over here under. So just come over here and write under dot function. Okay, so now when you've done that, just come over here and write function and write let dot document, and now just write dot under. Okay, so now just we will not write like that, write query selector. Okay, so now when you've done that all, just you have to come over here and write under dot, and over here I will write let. Okay, so now when you've done that, just come over here and write over here document dot, and over here I will write let, and just when you've done that all, just you have to write query selector and write over here under dot function. And now when you've done that, just write on click tag with the help of that, and come over here and write array dot floor. Okay, so I will write floor, and over here come and write random dot math dot length, and write dot under function with that, and function dot on click. Okay, so now when you've done that, just write on click, and over here I will write floor dot random dot length over here, and write over here under dot math. Okay, dot, and I will again write length. So when you've done that, just write on click tag again over here. Now over here you have to come and write floor dot random, and write over here length dot under tag, and just come over here and write math dot function and write on click. So come over here and write on click tag and write dot length again. So just when you've done that, just you have to come over here and write over here like random length. Okay, so I will just write random length dot floor, and write over here math dot function, and over here you have to come and write length dot under dot let again. Just when you've done that, you have to close these all the things which we have defined over here. Just go to JS file, hit save, and now your work has been done. Just when you've done that, I'll go to Google Chrome and we will just check that out it is working or not. So over here you can see how beautiful our pizza or how beautiful our the recipe app is looking. Here you can see that, and over here which we have just added our recipe, so here it is, okay, which we have just added over here. And now over here, if you want to delete, so I will just delete this by just here you can see now it has been deleted. So over here if I just add recipe, and over here if I just write like name of recipe like pizza, and over here just write come over here and write the steps, like I will write flour, and come over here and write pizza and write anything you want. Okay, so I will write randomly everything, and now here you can see we have written that. And now just write over here ingredient, I will write flour, I will write tomato flour, and over here you can also write anything which you want. So I will just write like that, come over here and write pizza, right, like just come over here and write over here white. Okay, so I will just do like that. Now when you've done that, you have to just press this add new recipe for adding that. So I will press that. So over here you can see now our recipe has been added over here. Okay, so here you can see that. So if I go over here, and here you can see our pizza recipe is added. So if I just add another recipe which is called burger, and over here I will come and I will add burger, and over here I will write flour and anything if I want. Okay, so just you can write anything you want to, or you can also use that in your real life if you want. Okay, so if you do like that, come over here and write flour, write over here burger like that. Okay, and just I will write random. Okay, so I will do like that. Now when you've done that, just press this add new recipe for adding that. So here you can see now we have add two recipes, which is one is called pizza and then second one is burger. So if I just search burger, so it is now coming. Okay, and if I just search pizza, so it is also coming. Okay, and here you can see if I just press that, it's just going, and over here it is also. If I delete that, it's deleting. Okay, here you can see that. And if I just delete this recipe, and it has been deleted. If I just go over here and delete these all things, it has also been deleted. And by pressing that and just add. Okay, here you can see you have all ingredients, delete, and just delete this recipe, and okay. So here you can see how beautiful we have made the recipe app in JavaScript. So I hope you enjoyed this project, and I hope you also enjoyed this project. Now over here you can see I've just made this new tip calculator simple project over here. So okay, so just before that, if you are new over here, so please hit the subscribe button for getting this more content, because it motivate me to make more videos like that and more games in JavaScript for you in the future coming up videos. So please hit the subscribe button. So now we will start. So I will just zoom in so you can see. So in this step, in this tip calculator over here, you can see if I just press this one over here, you can see there are two arrows which is going, one is going up and one is going down. Okay, so if I just press this up one, so my number is going just above. Okay, here you can see that 9, and now it has been just changed to 10, then 11, 12, 13. Okay, and you can just when you will press that, so your number will be just going down. Okay, so it will be just giving you tip over here. If you just press that, so over here you can see it is just giving you tip, like you should tip $1.50 on $10. Okay, so it is just giving you tip of every number. So if I write 100 and if I press tip, so over here you can see now it is giving you tip of like $15 on $100. Okay, you should tip $15 on $100 over here. It is just giving you tip. Okay, so this is a tip calculator. Okay, so now for making that, you have to open your text editor which is called brackets, and over here I have just created these files. So I will just delete these file because I will just work with my only file of HTML. Okay, so now over here, first of all, I will not link any of the style sheet. I will just write the style tag and I will design that. Okay, in my HTML sheet only, like I've telling you how to write JavaScript code in HTML file by writing the script tag. We will just define all the tags of JavaScript. Okay, so first of all, here we have to write HTML tags. So I will write h1, and over here I will write tip calculator. Okay, so I will write tip calculator, and now I will just come over here and I will just write h1 again, and now over here I will write like, just first of all erase that and write button. Okay, so I will write over here tip 1, so I will write tip 1, and now just when you've done that, you have to do like come over here and now just go above and just come over here and write input tag, and with that I will just write placeholder, and in that I will just define like, just come over here, and now here you have to write like, just write number. Okay, so I will write number, and over here I will write arrows. Okay, and over here I will write up down. Okay, so write over here up and down. So now when you've done that, just write up and down. So there will be coming two arrows which will be just going up and down. So I will just hit save over here, and now your work has been done off HTML. Okay, so because there was only one input and only one button which you have to define. Okay, so I will just come over here now and I will style that by writing that. So I will just come over here and I will write style tag. Okay, so write style tag, and in that I will just write my all the styling which I want to. So I will come over here and I will first of all write margin, which should be 0 pixel. Write the padding should also be 0 pixel. Right box sizing should be border box, so I will define border box. And now just come over here and write justify content in center, so I will write justify content center. Come over here and write over here align items in center, so I will write align item center. Just come and write font size, which should be like 14 pixel. Write font weight, which should be 500, and write over here font family, which should be Montserrat. So I will write Montserrat, comma sans serif. Now just when you've done that, press enter again, and now here I will write like text justify. So now the text justify I will write of auto, and just come over here again, and now here I will write background only, which should be white, so I will define white. And now just come over here again, and here I will write like border. So the border I want of one big solid, which should be now black. Okay, so I will just write black color over here by writing this 000 with the hashtag. Okay, because it is a color code of black which we are defining. So come over here, write body tag, and with that I will just come and I will write border one big solid, and over here I will write, just come and write like that, and write over here solid, and over here I will write white. So just come and write border color, which should be white, so I will define white. Then write over here outline. Okay, so I will write over here outline should be none, so I will define none. Then come over here. Okay, so just erase that, and just come over here and write outline none. Then write the border also be none, so I will write border none. So now just come over here and write justify content in center. And now just when you have done that, just you have to write center. Then write align items in center, so I will define align items center. Then come over here again and write over here like display, which should be now block only, so I will define block. Now just when you've done that, come over here again, and here I will write another thing which is called text justify. So I will write the text justify, which should be now inherit, so I will write inherit, and just I will erase this as from here and write over here. Now just you have to do like that. When you have done that, just come over here, and now here when you have done these all things, just you have to write anything which is called font. Okay, so I will just erase that because I don't need it. So now over here I will just come and I will write flex wrap should be wrap, and now just I will now write font size, which should be 16 pixel. Write font weight, which should be 700, so I will write 700. Come over here and write font family, which should be like open sans, so I will write open, so erase that and write like that open sans. So now when you've done that, write comma sans serif. Just when you've done these all things, just come over here, write flex direction, which should be column, I will write column. And now just come and write flex basis, which should be over here, it should be now auto also. So I will just hit save over here, and now when you've done that, just we have to write our JavaScript codes now. So I will come over here and I will write script and press tab. Then come over here and write over here like function first of all. So I will write function, write const, and just come over here and write let, and over here I will write const equal document dot query selector. So now when you have done that, just you have to do like that and write over here like const. So I will write const over here. Now I will just come and I will write let function. Okay, so just erase this and I'll write let function equal document. Okay, so write document dot query selector. Now just when you've done that, come over here and write function because it is a tag. So I will define that. Just write let, and over here I will write let direction equal document dot query selector again. Query selector, and write over here like, just come and write direction. And now just when you've done that, come over here and write calculator. Okay, so I will write calculator dot add event listener. I will write add event listener. Then come over here and write query. Just first of all write direction over here. And now when you've done that, just write over here dot const and write dot function over here, and write over here let again. Now just when you've done that, come over here and write over here like document dot function and write direction dot const, and over here I will come and I will write over here like apply to all. So I will write apply, so write over here apply to all. Now just when you've done that, write dot const over here dot let. Just come over here again, write function, and over here I will write direction. Okay, so just come and write direction dot, and over here I will write after dot const, and over here I will write floor and I will write length dot random. Now just when you've done that, come over here and write random dot floor. Right over here direction dot const, and over here I will write floor. Just when you've done that, right over here button dot on click and write dot random over here. Now just we have done till over here. Just when you've done that, come and write let dot floor dot direction, and over here I will write const dot floor again, and over here I will write random dot function dot button. Now when you've done that, just come over here and write button dot add event listener, and right over here dot const dot floor, write random dot function like that. And now when you've done that, just write random dot floor now and write add event listener again with dot floor dot random and write const dot function. Okay, so now just when you've done that over here, just write t over here. Okay, so write like that. Now just press backspace. Now we have done till over here. Just when you've done that, hit save, and now it will be just, if I show you over here by going like that, and if I just make another file over here, okay, so just go over here and just write anything which I will write, like I will just write one tip. Okay, so I will write over here tip calculator. Okay, so now just I will write correct spelling calculator. Now like that I will write hit save over here, and now if I show you, it will be just looking like that. Okay, so now just go to Google Chrome, and over here you can see how beautiful our tip calculator is looking. So if I write any of the tip like 10, and if I press this tip 1 button, so over here you can see now it has been just coming the tip which is called usual tip, $1.50 on $10. Here you can see that. Okay, so it has been just giving us a tip. Okay, so if I write 90 tip 1, and over here you can see again another tip is coming which is called $13.50 on $90 usual just tip on. Okay, so like that you can make your own new tip calculator simple project in JavaScript. So I hope you understand this project, and I hope you also enjoy this project. Now over here you can see I've just made this welcome messages project in JavaScript. So please, first of all, if you're new over here, so please hit the subscribe button, because it's really helped me and it's motivate me to make more content like that and more videos for you in coming up future. Okay, so over here I will just show you how to make this welcome messages project. So I will just zoom in so you can see. And now in this project, here you can see there's certain name, and in that input here you can see there's certain type your name. Okay, so I will just write like Inshal, and here you can, if you press enter, so it will be not coming. Okay, so here you have to press this message button which is coming over here. So if I just press that, so over here you can see there is coming one message, hello and welcome Inshal. Okay, so if I write any name, it will be just coming. If I write Alex, and if I just do message, so over here you can see hello and welcome Alex, which we name is written. Okay, so this is a welcome messages which we will write. Okay, so I will just go to my brackets text editor for making that, and it is really simple to make. So I will just go to my brackets text editor, and over here I will just go to my image.html file, and over here, like previously we have done our all the styling and all the JavaScript codes in only one HTML file. So I will also do that in only one HTML file. So I will just come over here, and now over here I will first of all write h1. Okay, and now over here I will just erase that, and I will just write over here like just erase, and write over here another thing which is called Inshal. Okay, so just come over here and write over here like just write messages. Okay, so I will write messages over here, and now when you've done that, just come on the h1, and over here I will just write like messages, welcome messages. So I will write over here welcome messages, and now just when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now here I will just write first of all h1 tag again. Okay, so I will just erase that now, and now I will come over here and I will write input. Okay, and in this input I will write placeholder, and in this placeholder I will define like type your name. Okay, so I will write type your name, and just come over here above and write over here p tag and just write name like that. And now just when you've done that, write a space over here, just come over here and write over here button, and now when you've just written this button, in that button I will just define like type. Okay, so just write over here message, so I will write message like that. Now hit save over here. Okay, so just write messages or message you can write. So I will just hit save, and now when you've done that, just your HTML work has been done. Just you have to do your work with styling. So I will just write style tag for writing my CSS, and I will press tab. So just come over here and write over here first of all like this tag, and write margin which should be 0 pixel. Padding I will also define 0 pixel. Write box sizing should border box, so I will define border box. Come over here and write justify content in center, and again just write this semicolon and write center, then write align items in center. So I will write align items in center, and now just come over here and write over here like font size, which should be 14 pixel, font weight, which should be 500, and right over here font family, which should be open sans comma sans serif. Okay, so I will add sans serif. Now just come over here, and now here I will add text justify. So the text justify want of, just erase that and write text justify, which should be auto, and just come over here again and write over here like background only, which should be white. So I will write white, then come over here, and now just it is good. Okay, so when you have done that, right over here like come and write border. Okay, so I will write border one big solid white, so I will write white, and now just come over here and write over here body, which will be border of one big solid, and it should also be white, so I will define white. Then write the background color, which should be like white, so I will define white. Now come over here and write text justify, which should be content or auto, I will write. Then come over here and write flex wrap should be wrap, and flex direction should be column, so I will write flex direction now, which should be column. Now just erase this a from here and write a over here. Now just when you've done that, come over here and write flex basis should be over here auto, and now just come over here and write over here like font size, which should be 14 pixel, write font weight, which should be like 700, and write over here font family, which should be now lobster, so I will write lobster, or you can also write Montserrat, but I will define lobster, and just take this L to bigger. Okay, so now when you've done that, just come over here, and here you have to write like background only. Okay, so I will write the background, which should be also white, so I will define white color, and I will just write semicolon over here. And now just come over here again, and now here I will write border, which we have written, so I will write over here border color now, which should be white. Then come over here and write outline none, and write border none, so I will write border none. Then when you've done that, come over here and write outline none over here also, and border none also over here. Okay, and write border, which we have written, so I will write border color now, which should be white over here. Okay, so now just you have to hit save, and now just when you've done these all things, just you have to just hit save, and now it is done. Just when you've done that all, just come over here and write JavaScript codes. Okay, so I will write script, come and write just write over here like that, and just come over here and write function, and write const tag in that, and over here come and write let const equal document dot query selector, and now write over here like document like that. Okay, so I will just write document over here, and now just when you've done that, you have to close that by writing that let function also with equal to document. Okay, so just come and write document dot query selector, and now write over here function, because it is a tag of JavaScript. Just come over here and write let, and over here I will write let border and equal document dot query selector, so I will write query selector. And now just when you've done that, just write over here like border, and now when you've done that, just come over here and write border dot add event listener, then come over here and write query, then write query selector, so I will write query selector, write like that. And now just when you've done that, write border dot function. Okay, so just come and write border dot function over here, and just write C over here, because the spelling should be correct. Okay, so now when you've done that, just write over here the curly brackets, and just go down and just press Ctrl Z over here, write const dot on click, and over here you have to come and write button dot function, write dot selector, and write over here dot, and over here I will come and I will write code point 80, and just come over here and write over here array dot on click, and write button dot selector, and write over here like border dot on click again, and write dot floor. Now just when you've done that, write floor dot random, and write floor dot function tag again. Okay, and now when you've done that, just write like that, and now write over here border dot floor dot function, and write over here floor like that, and write dot function again with that. Now I will just write like that, and now when you've done that, just you have to hit save and close that by writing this colon. Okay, and now just hit save and just go to files, and just when you've done that, go to over here, just take new file, and over here I will write, just come over here, and now here you have to write like messages, so I will write messages, And now here when you've done that, just you have to go to Google Chrome and we will just check that out it's working or not. So just go to Google Chrome and over here you can see how beautiful our JavaScript messages is looking. Okay, here you can see that welcome messages project we have just made it, and here you can see there it is just calling like type your name. So I will write Inshal and you have to press this message. Okay, press that and over here you can see hello and welcome Inshal. So if I write another name like Alex, okay, and over here message, so over here you can see hello and welcome Alex. Okay, and over here if I write like Jordan, any name you want you can write. So over here you can see again it is coming. Okay, so like that you can make your own welcome messages project in JavaScript. So I hope you understand this project and I hope you also enjoy this project. Now over here you can see I've just made this Quantos game project over here. Okay, so in this Quantos game project, here you can see there is written first player to 5 points. Okay, win. So over here if anybody just hits the 5 points over here, then it will be just win. Okay, so over here there is player, which is me, and there is a computer. Okay, means it is a bot which I have just made it over here, like you all know. Okay, so in this toss game, okay, so over here if I just press this heads, okay, so you can take anything you want to, heads or tails. So I will just take this heads. Now it has been just tossing over here. Okay, computer takes tails and over here you can see it is just coming heads. So my point has been just gone above and it has been just changed into 1. If I just heads taken again, so over here if I just heading heads, over here you can see computer has also 1 point because he also takes heads and I also take heads. Okay, so it is just same. So I will just show you how to make that beautiful game in JavaScript. So first of all you have to open your text editor, which is called brackets over here. Okay, so I will just open that, and over here I have just created these 3 files, which is called newwork.html, newwork.css, and newwork.js. Okay, so in these 3 files I will just write my all the codes over here. Okay, so over here now I will just come over here, and now I just already linked my style sheet and my JavaScript sheet, so there will be not any waste of time. So I will come over here now and I will add h1 tag. Okay, so when you've done that, just you have to come over here again, and now just you have to write Quantos game. So I will write over here Quantos. Okay, so write Quantos, and here you have to write game. Now just when you've done that, you have to hit save over here, and now when you've done these all, just if I show you, so over here when you've done that, go over here again, and just here you can see that first player to f point 5 points. I will just copy that, and over here I will come and I will paste that over here. Okay, so just when you've done that, you have to come over here and write over here like h1 and write over here player selected. So I will write player selected, and over here I will copy that again and I will paste underneath that, and I will just underneath, and now in that I will just write like computer selected. So I will write computer selected, and I will write the semicolon in the front of that. Okay, and I will just give a space over here. Now just when you've done that, you have to come and hit save, and I will come over here and I will write image. Okay, so I want to having my image which of just toss over here, which was heads and tails. So I will come over here and I will write heads.png and come over here write image. So I don't want this alt one, so I will just delete that, and just you have to come and write over here tails.png. Okay, which was my image, so you can just take that. So over here you can see we have done our image till over here. Here you can see that. Okay, so when you've done these all things, just you have to do like hit save, and now your work has been done of HTML. So here you have to do your work with your CSS file. So now over here I will just go to my CSS file over here, and I will be just creating this tag over here, because now I will just write my all the codes in that for writing my starting code. So I will write over here margin, which should be 0 pixel now, and padding also should be 0 pixel because I want padding in the body one, and I will just write my padding in my class. Okay, so over here I will just go to new work.html and I will just create a class. So I will write over here div dot container, and I will just write tab over here, and I will copy this close div from here and paste that underneath this image over here. I will just hit save, and now just if I show you over here, hit save again, and now come over here and write box sizing. So I will write over here the box sizing, this should be border box. Come over here and write over here like, just come over here, and here you have to write justify content in center. So I will write over here justify content center. Come over here and write align items in center, and here you have to write like, just come over here and write background should be white, because like I've shown you, there was not any of the background color, it was just only white color. So I will define only white color of background. Okay, so I will write over here background color which should also be white. So just when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now here you have to write like border which should be 1 pixel solid white. So I will write 1 pixel solid white. Then come over here and write the border color which should be white. So I will define white. So just when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now here you have to write anything which is called color only. Okay, so color I will just write black. So I will define black over here, and just come over here again and write the font size which will be like 12 pixel, and just when you've done that, write over here like font weight. Okay, so for font weight I want a 400. come over here and write the font family. Okay, so font family I will define of Montserrat. So I will write over here Montserrat, comma sans serif. So I will write over here sans serif like that. Just when you've done that, all you have to do like that. Just when you've done that, come over here and write body, which will be font size. Okay, so the body will be having font size of 15 pixel. And now just when you've done these all, come over here and write the padding, which will be like 14 pixel, and write over here like margin, which will be like 4 pixel long. Just when you have done that, come over here and write over here like box sizing also, which will be water box, and over here you have to write flex direction, which will be column. And now just when you've done that, all you have to come over here and write over here font weight, which should be like 700, because I want my font weight should be darker in my body tag. So I will come over here and I will write the font family, which will be open sans. So I will define open sans. Now just when you've done that, you have to write comma and sans serif. Just come over here again, write over here the color, which will be like white, black. So I will define black. Come over here again and write over here like background. So the background I want of like color, which should be like white. So I will come over here and I will also write the background, which will be white. Now just when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now just here you have to write anything which is called border. Okay, so the border I want of just go to the top, and now it is just enough. So I will write one pic solid black white, and just come over here and write the border color, which will be also white. So I will define white. Then over here you have to come and write over here like box, and over here I will just write box shadow. So the box shadow of like 0 0 4 pixel and 0 again. Just when you've done that, come over here and write dot container, because it is the class which we have just made it. And over here I will just define the font size, which should be 15 pixel. Write font weight, which should be like 600, because now I want lighter font. Just come over here and write over here font family, which will be lobster. So I will define lobster, and over here it should be comma, and it should be now sans serif. So I will define sans serif, comma, and over here it should be now sans serif. So I will define over here sans serif over here. Okay, so just here it is, we have written this. So I will just write semicolon, and now it will be just perfect by writing that. Now just when you've done that, you have to come over here and write border, which will be one pic solid white. So I will define white. Then come over here and write the border color, okay, which we will just write, it should also be white. So I will define white. Then come over here, and here you have to write background. So the background should be same of every class over here. So I will also define white, and over here the background color also should be white. So I will define over here like background color should also be white. So I will write over here white. Now just when you've done that, you have to hit save over here, and come over here and write the now padding. Okay, so the padding I want of 14 pixel, margin should be like 5 pixel, and here you have to write over here flex direction again, and it should be also column. Okay, because I want my all the flex direction should be same, it should not be different from each other. Okay, so I will just hit save over here. And now when you've done that, you have to go to JS file, and we will just work with our JavaScript. So I will write over here function, and in that I will write const, and then I will write curly bracket. Then come over here and write over here let, and over here I will write let function. Okay, so I let function equal, and write over here document dot query selector. And now just when you've done that, you have to come over here and write over here like function, and now just write over here like that, write let const equal, and write over here document dot query selector again, query selector, and write over here in that document only. So I will define document like that. Come over here and write over here like let text equal document dot query selector. And just when you've done that, you have to write over here like text underneath that. So I will write text. Now just come over here and write text dot add event listener again, write document dot button, and write over here dot add event listener in that. Okay, so I will write add event listener again. Just come over here and write function, and in that I will write button dot on click. Okay, so button dot on click, or you can write name. So I will write name, and write over here button dot add event listener again. Just when you've done that, come over here and write const dot text, write over here on click dot array, and write button dot name again, and just write over here dot, and over here I will write document. Just when you've done that, you have to come over here. Okay, so just go over here again, write add event listener. Okay, so I will write add event listener dot array, and write over here button dot name. Okay, so I will write name. Just come and write again, and write over here dot button dot add event listener. Okay, only add you can write. So I will come and I will write over here add event listener. So here it is. So I will press that and write dot add 3. So I will add 3. Then come and write button dot name dot description. So just when you've done that, you have to hit save over here, and now your work has been done. Just when you've done that, you have to go to newwork.html, and over here I will just go to Google Chrome, and if I just show you over here, okay, so by doing that again, and if I just show you in the Google Chrome, it will be just looking good. Okay, so over here you can see how beautiful our Quantos game is looking. Okay, here you can see that Now if I just press this heads over here, so now here you can see player selected heads like me and computer selected tails. So over here you can see it is heads, so I win and I am just having my 1 point. So if I just press that again, heads, okay, because I take the heads again, so now it has been just 1 point and I will be just getting 2 points because I have just 1 point already. And over here when I will just select heads, it is also coming heads, so I've just got 2 points. And over here it also select heads, so because of that computer got 1 point. Okay, so if I just do it again like that, and now again, now computer wins. So if I just do again, okay, so it is just having 5 points, so I win again. And now just you can do like that again, so I just win again. And now here you can see it has been just given the point to computer. So if I just do it again over here, and now here you can see now do anybody not win because computer and me selected heads over here. And if I just do it heads again over here like that, and now here you can see I have win because I have selected heads and computer selected tails, and I have just having 5 points. Okay, because it was just game of 5 points and I just wins. Okay, so like that you can make your own Quantos game project in JavaScript. So I hope you understand that, and I hope you also enjoy this project. Now over here you can see we have just made this rock paper scissor projects. Okay, so in this game project over here you can see there is written like select either rock paper or scissor and see if you can beat the computer. Okay, so it is just saying like you can select any three of the things over here which is just written rock paper and scissor. So you can choose your own because like you all know like how to play rock paper scissor game, and it is really easy to play. So like if I just press this rock, so over here you can see player means I just selected rock, and then computer which from which I have just playing, so it also select rock. So because of that it is tie. So over here you can see there is written draw, it's a tie over here. And now over here you can see there is written 0 point because now it is just tie. Okay, so because of that there is not any point of each other. Okay, so if I press another one like paper, so over here you can see again computer selected paper and I also, so because of that again it is a tie. Okay, and if I just select Caesar again, so it is again tie. So if I just do like that, and now it is just taking tie. Okay, so over now here you can see now I have just got 4 points over here because when I just press rock then it will be just taken Caesar. Because of that I have just getting 1 point over here. So when I've just presses unlimited times over here you can see that now we have just gotten points again and again over here you can see. So you can just play it like that. Okay, so I will just show you how to build. Okay, but first of all here you have to hit the subscribe button if you want more content like that and more games in JavaScript, because it really motivate me to make more videos like that for you. Okay, so now we will just open our text editor which is called brackets like we are working with. So I will just open that, and over here I will just create it one file which is called paper.html over here, and I have just written the starting code of HTML. So over here you will be just thinking like I have not linked any of the style sheet or any of the JavaScript sheet. So like I have telling you, you can also work your style sheet means your CSS and your JavaScript in your HTML sheet. Okay, so I will just do my all the CSS and JavaScript in my one sheet of HTML. Okay, so now over here I will come, and over here first of all I will add style tag for styling. So but I will just write it later on, but I'm just telling you like how what the tag you will use when you are defining CSS. Over here you will just use this style tag over here. Okay, and when you are just doing your JavaScript, so I will just write script tag. Okay, so we will not link any of this JavaScript sheet because like previously when I am just writing my script tag, so over here I just come forward and I just write src means source, then over here I will just define my JavaScript sheet name. So I will just don't do like that, I will just write this tag over here, then underneath that I will just write all the codes over here by pressing enter. Then I will come and I will just write all the codes over here. Okay, so like that I will do. So I will just erase that because now I don't need it. I will first of all define my all the HTML. So now over here I will come now, and over here I will add h1. Okay, so I will just copy that 2 times because I have just 3 things which is called rock paper and Caesar. Okay, so now over here I will come and I will write rock. Okay, so I will write rock, and over here I will come and I will write paper. So I will write paper over here like that, and I will come over here and I will write Caesars. Okay, so now when you've done that, erase this R because now we don't need it. So over here you can see we have just written these 3 things over here. Okay, so now when you've done that, you have to copy this 3 again, and I will just paste that underneath by writing a div of btn. Okay, so I will just make the class of like div.btn over here. So now underneath that I will paste these all things which I have just copied, and over here I will just change these all tags by pressing control key. I will just change it to button tag. Okay, and over here I will just do the same thing which I have just done over here. So I will just press control and I will just select these 3 things and I will just change it to button. Okay, so you can see how beautiful it is looking. It is a just shortcut you can just use for writing any of the tag if you want. Okay, so I will just press Ctrl Z, and over here you can see we have just done that. So now when you've done these all things, just I will come over here and I will write this sign because it is closing tag over here. So I will press backspace over here. So over here you can see that we have just done over here like that. Okay, so now when you have done these all things, just you have to come and take this to capital. Okay, because first letter should be capital. So I will just take this all capital and I will just hit save over here. And now just when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now we have done with our styling. Okay, so now here we have to do our styling means CSS. So we have just done with our HTML. So I will come over here, and like I've telling you, I will just use style text. So I will write over here style, and I will press tab. Then I will come underneath that, and over here I will just write first of all like this sign, and now underneath I will just write first of all margin, which will be 0 pixel. Then I will write padding, which will also be 0 pixel. Then come and write over here box sizing. Okay, so which should be border box. So I will define border box. Then come over here and write over here justify content in center. And now just when you've done these all things, just write over here align items in center. And now just when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now here I will just write anything which is called padding we have defined. Okay, so I will write over here display, which will be of flex. And now when you've done that, you have to come over here and write over here like border, which should be like 1 pix solid, and it should be white. And now just write over here like border color. So now when you've done that, you have to write border color over here, which we have written. And now just you have to come over here, and now over here you have to write like, just write over here I think another thing which is called background. So I will just write the background of white. So I will define white. Come over here and write the background color. Okay, so the background color I want of white, so I will also define white over here. Then come over here and write over here like font size. Okay, so the font size I want of 10 pixel, and I will just write the font weight, which will also be like 400. Then when you've done that, you have to write over here like font family. Okay, so the font family I want of like Montserrat, comma sans serif. Now just when you've done that, you have to just take this O to small because now it is not a letter of first which we have written. Now I will come over here again, and just I will write another thing which is called border radius. So I will write over here border radius. Okay, so I will just erase that, and now I will write border radius, and I will just take to 10 pixel. Now when you've done that, you have to come over here again, and now just write over here body tag. So I will write over here enter. Again you have to just press enter and write over here body tag. Then you have to come over here, and now here you have to define a thing which is called border. And now the border I want of 1 pix solid white again. Then write the border color, which will also be white. So I will define white. Then come over here and write the font size, which should be like 14 pixel, and write over here font weight, which should be like 600, and font family should be open sans. So I will write over here open sans. Now just write open sans. Just write comma and sans serif. Then come over here and write the border radius. Okay, so write border radius should be of 10 pixel, and write over here border. Okay, and write border width over here, which should be like 100 pixel. Then when you've done that, come and write over here flash direction should be column. And now write over here the padding I want of 12 pixel, and write over here the margin I want of like 10 pixel over here. Now just when you've done that, you have to erase this, and I will just write like that, write 10 pixel. And now when you've done these all things, just you have to come over here, and now write over here like display, which should be flex. Okay, write over here align item should be in center, and write over here like justify content. So I will write over here justify content in center. Now just when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now write another thing which is called border bottom color. Okay, so I will just write this blue over here. Okay, so I will just erase that, and I will write blue. And now just when you've done that, come over here and write over here like border width. Okay, border bottom width, which should be like inherit I want. Now just write like that inherit. Now just when you've done that, write over here text justify should be over here. I will just take this text justify to like inherit also. Now just when you've done these all things, just you have to come over here, and now write over here like direction, which should be inherit. So I will write over here inherit, and now just you have to hit save over here. And now just when you've done that, you have to come over here and write over here like dot, and over here I will just write container. Okay, so just erase that because now we don't need it, and I will write dot btn, and over here I will just take this color to like black. And now when you've done that, write over here like font size, which should be 15 pixel, font weight also. Okay, so the font weight I want of like 400. Now when you've done that, write over here like font family, which should be lobster. So I will define lobster, comma sans serif. And now just come over here again and write justify content in center. Okay, so I will just write space around, not in center. Just comment it align item should be in center, so I will define align items in center. Then right over here, like just comment right display which should be inline block now, so I will define inline block. Just when you've done that, come over here, and now right over here, like just here when you've done these all, I will just go down enough. Okay, so now here it is. So just when you've done these all, just come over here again, press enter over here, and just go backspace again, and now come underneath this close style tag over here, and I will just write script tag for writing my JavaScript. Okay, so just come over here, and now your CSS work has been done. Now we will start with our JavaScript. So I will come and I will write function, and over here I will write rock, and then when you've done that, right over here like const rock equal document dot query selector. Okay, so now when you've done these all, just you have to come over here and write rock over here, because it is not any of the tag or any of the class in HTML. It is a just we have written any of the class like that randomly. And now when you've done that, right over here paper equal document dot query selector, and now just when you've done that, right over here paper in this colon. Okay, so now when you've done that, right over here const, and over here I will just write scissors equal document, okay, and write dot query selector again. Now when you've done that, you have to go over here and write Caesar again. Okay, so I will write Caesars and close that by writing this sign. And now just write over here like document dot Caesars. Okay, so I will write Caesars. Right over here rock comma paper, and right over here dot button, and write on click. Okay, comma array. Okay, so when you have done that, you have to do like dot then tag, which you have to write, and just you have to write over here function and write rock dot on click. And now when you have done that, right over here like button dot document, and right over here like dot rock dot paper. And now when you've done that, you have to come over here and now right over here like function, and just here you've done that, right over here like block comma rock, and now right over here dot button dot output. And now right over here like just when you close that, come over here and write output dot on click function again. Now right over here like button dot block, and right over here function dot floor tag, and write with that random. So when you've done that, you have to just close that by writing this signs over here. Okay, so I will just press Ctrl Z over here and press that again and just do like that. Now just I will take another file over here. I will just hit save. And now when you've done that, you have to go over here and write paper, and first of all you have to come over here and write draw, and over here you have to come and write scissors like that. Now just when you've done that, you have to hit save. Okay, so now we have just done that. And now just if I show you in Google Chrome over here, it will be just looking good. So I will just open my Google Chrome, and now just here you can see how beautiful our rock paper scissors game is looking. Okay, so over here if I just do like if I press rocks over here, you can see there is just saying player 0 and computer 1 and player rock, and over here computer paper. So because of that, computer wins and he had gone 1 point. Okay, if I just select like that. Okay, so here you can see we have just made it one rock paper scissors game. So I hope you understand this project, and I hope you also enjoy this project. Now over here you can see we have just made this click reaction game project over here. So in this click reaction game over here, you can see there is written like start button over here, and then there is written like instruction you have to follow. Okay, so over here you can see there is written click the following circles within 1 second to score get 15 point to win. Okay, so here if I just press this start button, so over here there will be coming circles over here. Okay, so I have to just press that between 0 seconds. Okay, if you just take to 1 second, then it will be just you will just lost over here. If I just show you by lost, so over here I will just press that by 1 second. So over here you can see there's written like it took you 3.096 seconds to click. Okay, so here you have to just put in 0. Okay, 0 seconds. So because of that, if you just cross 1 second, then it will be not work. Okay, here you can see again I have just crossed 1 second, so because of that it has been saying like you lose. Okay, so if I just do it again, okay, so just here you can see we have just not lost over here. And now when you've done that, you have to come and just if I show you again, if I will press that, and over here it has been worked again like that. Okay, here you can see that. And again if I just press, and now here you can see 0.529, 0.671 like that, it will be just coming. Okay, and again like that. Okay, 8, I have just scored 8 out of 15, and I will just press that, and 9 of 15, then 10 it is. Okay, and if I just do it again, okay, so I have just scored 11. And now here you have to just do like that, and I have just scored 12, and then 13 and 14 over here. Then there is last one if I just show you, and now here I have just crossed 15. Okay, so here you can see there's saying like it took you 0.607 seconds to click. You reach 15, you win. Click start to play again. Okay, here you can see I've just reached 15, so because of that I have just win this game. And if you want to play again, so you can just play it again by pressing this start button like I've shown you. So now for making that, you have to open your text editor, which is called brackets over here. And now just when you open that, you have to go to file which I have just made it, which is called paper.html, paper.css, and paper.js. Okay, so over here in this HTML file of paper.html, in there I have just created one link sheet. In that I have just linked my style sheet, which is called paper.css, and underneath that I have just linked my JavaScript sheet in my script tag, which is called paper.js. So I will just come underneath my link tag, and over here I will just write my all the codes which I have to write. So first of all I will add HTML codes. So I will come over here, and now I will add h1 tag. And now when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now just here you have to write, like if I just show you. Okay, so just go over here again, and now come over here, and here you can see click the following. So I will just copy these all things which I have just done. So I will just minimize that, go over here and paste these all which you have copied. So now when you've done that, you have to come over here and do like that, and I will just change this to p tag. Okay, so write p tag over here and write over here p tag like that. Now just when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now here I will add h1 tag. And now when you've done these all things, just you have to write over here like uh, game. Okay, so I will write over here like change your game. Okay, so now when you've done that, you have to write like game like that. And now when you've done these all, you have to hit save over here. And now we have done tail over here. Just when you've done that, you have to come underneath that and write over here div.btn. And in that I will just write a tag, and I will just write hashtag, and I will just name my button which is called start like I've shown you. Now I will just hit save, and I will just name my button over here. And now if I just show you over here, it is looking like that. And now I have to just style that. Okay, so I will just copy this, click start to begin. Okay, and now I will just copy this over here. I will come over here, go to paper.html, and come over here and paste that underneath your start button. So I will add p tag, and I will paste that. Okay, so now when you've done that, you have to hit save over here, and now here you have done your work of HTML. So here you have to do your work with CSS file. So I will just go to my CSS file over here, and I will just create like margin which should be 0 pixel, right, padding which should also be 0 pixel, right over here like box sizing. So the box sizing I want a border box. Then come over here and write the justify content which should also be in center. Then right over here align items which should be in center. Then when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now here you have to write anything which is called display which should be block. So I will write block. Then come over here and write the right over here border which should be 1 pixel solid, and it should be now black. So I will define over here black. Now come over here and write over here border color should be black. So I will define black. Now just when you've done these all things, you have to come over here and now write over here like font size. Okay, so the font size I want of 10 pixel, because firstly I want the font size small, then if it should be, so I will just make it bigger. Okay, so I will just write 400. Then write over here font family which I want of like open sans, and now write over here comma sans serif. Now just when you've done that, you have to come over here again and write over here like body tag, and with that I will write my padding first of all which should be 12 pixel, write margin which should be 4 pixel. Then come over here and write over here font size, and now I will just take it to 14 pixel. And now write over here font weight which should be now 600, and over here the font size which we have defined. So I will write over here like font family. Okay, so the font family I want of Montserrat. So I will define Montserrat comma. Okay, so just erase this from there, and I will just write comma sans serif over here. Now when you have done this all, you have to come over here and write over here display should be flex. And now over here when you have done these all, write border, write 1 pixel solid white, and write over here like border color white. So now when you've done that, you have to come over here, and here you have to write like justify content in center. So I will write over here justify content center. Then write over here align items in center. Then when you've done that, you have to come over here and now write over here like display flags. I will just change it to inline block. So I will write over here inline block which we have written over here. Then I will just change this like float into left. Okay, so I will write float into left. Now when you've done that, you have to come over here, and I will just go backspace again, and now just come over here and now write over here padding top. Okay, so the padding top I want of like it should be now of 5 pixel, and write over here like flex direction which should be like just it should be flex direction should be column. And now write over here flex wrap should be wrap reverse. So I will write over here wrap reverse. And now just when you've done that, erase this one because now we don't need it, because already we have written in the last. So now when you've done that, you have to come over here and write only direction which should be inherit. So I will write over here direction inherit. And now just you have to hit save over here. And now when you've done that, you have done your CSS work. Okay, so here we have to do our work with JavaScript. So I will just open my JavaScript file over here, and now over here I will come and I will define function tag, and just come over here and write over here color, and now come over here and write let const equal document dot query selector dot query selector, and now just you have to come over here and write const like that, and now just when you've done that, write over here let function equal document dot query selector again. So I will let document dot query selector again, and now just come over here and write over here function. Okay, so just erase that and write function, and now just come and write over here let color equal document dot query selector. So now when you have done that, you have to come over here and write like color like that, and now just come and write color dot add event listener, then come over here and write function dot button. Okay, and write dot on click tag with that, and now when you've done that, write over here like color dot const. Okay, so write color dot const. Now when you've done that, you have to come and do like just write over here function dot color, and write over here like array dot function, and write button dot on click. So now when you've done that, you have to come and write dot function tag again. Just when you've done these all, you have to just write this and just come over here and write const dot color, and now just come and write color, then you have to come and write over here like button dot array over here, and now write over here like dot color dot button, and write over here dot query, and now just when you've done these all, you have to come over here and write function again. Just when you've done that, you have to come over here and write over here add event listener. So I will write add event listener, then write dot array and write dot button again. Okay, so now just write over here dot query again and write dot function and const over here. So now when you've done that, you have to come over here and write over here add only like that, and write over here add event listener again. So I will write over here add event listener dot function, and over here I will define button dot function like that. Now just when you've done that, you have to close that by writing these all tags over here. Okay, so we have done till over here. Come to JS file, hit save over here, and now your work has been done. So if I just show you in Google Chrome, it will be just looking good. Okay, so just go to Google Chrome over here. So over here you can see how beautiful our game has been looking. So this background color and button color we have just changed with JavaScript over here. So because of that, it is coming. And now over here, if I just hit refresh, and now it is just looking like that. And if I just press this start over here, so your game has been started, and if I just press that over here, you can see, and if I just do it like we have scored 2 times, and now 3 again and 4 again. Okay, so like that you can just score that, and if I just show you 5, and now like that you can score. Okay, so if I just out over here, okay, means if I just not click that. Okay, so now here you can see I've just lost because I have just took 3.036 seconds to click one circle over here. So because of that, I have just lost. So here you have to click your circle in 0 seconds or just fast. So because of that, if you just cross 1 second over here, then it will be just not it will be not reach, and you will be just lost. Okay, so like that you can make your own click reaction game project in JavaScript. So I hope you understand this project, and I hope you also enjoy this project. Over here you can see I have just made this clock project in JavaScript. So in this clock project, you can see our second is just going by here you can see that, and our clock time is also coming. Okay, but it is not showing the time, but there is one over here, the lines over here you can see that. Okay, so we will just use that by for making. Okay, and your second is also going. Okay, like in clock, it just work like clock. Okay, here you can see that. Now I will just show you how to build, but first of all, for that you have to open your text editor. But first of all, please, if you are new here, so please hit the subscribe button and like my video, because it's really motivate me to make more content like that and more videos for you in coming of future. So now I will just go to my text editor, which is called brackets, and now over here I have just created one file which is called paper.html, and over here like previously we have worked, so I have just not created any of the link style sheet or any of the script tag with for linking that. Okay, so I will just write my all the codes in my style tag for writing my CSS, and for writing my JavaScript I will use script tag like previously I have done. So I will come over here first of all, and now I will just write style tag, and I will press tab over here. Okay, so when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now here you have to just come, and now I will not use that because now I have to just write my HTML first of all. So I will come over here and I will write like JS, and over here I will write clock. Okay, so it is a short form of JavaScript, like you all know JS. So I will come over here, and now over here I will just write like p tag, and now in that I will just write like seconds. Okay, and when you've done that, you have to come over here. Okay, so just come over here again, copy that, and now just you have to come and paste, and over here I will just write over here hour. Okay, so I will write hour, and now I will just paste that again over here, and I will just change it to minute. So now when you've done that, you have to hit save over here. And now when you've done these all, just you have to come over here and now do nothing, just go to style tag over here, and now just come over here and write over here like that, and just write margin, which will be like 0 pixel, and now write over here like padding. Okay, so just come and write over here like padding, which should be 0 pixel, and write box sizing, which should be border box. So now when you have done that, you have to come over here and now write over here justify content in center, and now just write like that, and now write over here like just come over here and write over here just when you've done that, write align items in center. So I will write align item center. Then you have to come over here and now write over here display, which should be inline block. So I will write inline block. And now just when you've done that, write B over here, because now we have written block. So I will just write block. Now when you've done that, you have to just come and I will press enter. Okay, so now it is done. Just when you've done that, you have to come over here and write font size, which should be 11 pixel, and write over here like font weight, which should be like 500, and write over here like font family. Okay, so the font family I want of Montserrat, so I will define Montserrat, comma sans serif. So just when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now I will just write like border, which should be 1 pixel solid white. Okay, so I will write solid white, and now write over here border color. Okay, so the border color I want of like white, so I will just come and I will write white over here. Now just come and write flex direction, which should be column. And now just when you've done that, you have to do nothing, you have to just hit save and go over here again and write body tag, and just come over here and write over here margin, which should be now 10 pixel, and padding, which should be 21 pixel. And now just come over here and write justify content, should be in center, and write over here like align items in center. So I will do like that. And now when you've done that, you have to come and write display, which should be block, and just come over here and now just write over here like we have done, and I will write float into left. Just when you've done that, come and write border, it should be 1 pixel solid, and it should be now black, and write over here again, which should be like border color. Okay, so now the border color I want of like, just come over here and write it black again, and just come over here again and write flex direction, which should be like column. So now when you've done that, you have to come over here and write over here font size, which should be like 12 pixel, and write font weight. Okay, so the font weight I want of like 400, and now write over here like font family. Okay, so the font family I want of Montserrat, and again comma sans serif. Just come over here again and now just go to the top. Okay, so now it is enough. Okay, so just come over here and write box sizing. So I will write over here box sizing, which should be border box. Then come over here, and now here you have to write like padding, we have defined margin, then write over here padding top. Okay, so the padding top I want of 12 pixel, then write over here flex direction, which should be column. Okay, so I have already defined that, so I will write over here flex wrap. Okay, so the flex wrap I want of like wrap reverse, so I will write over here wrap. Okay, so just correct spelling, and I will write over here reverse. Now just come over here again, write over here only color, which should be black, and just come over here and write background, which should be white, and background color, which should be also white. So now when you've done that, you have to do like, just come over here and hit save again. Okay, so just maximize that over here, and now when you've done these all, just you have to do nothing, you have to hit save over here again. And now we have done with our HTML. Just we have done our CSS. So now here you have to do your work with your JavaScript. So I will come over here and I will add script tag, press tab over here, and now underneath this script tag I will write my all the JavaScript which I have to define. So I will come over here now, and now when you've done that, you have to come and write over here function tag, and in that I will write background. And just when you've done that, you have to come over here and now write over here like, just write const or let. I will define let, and I will define const equal document dot query selector. And now when you've done that, you have to come over here and write over here like const again like that, and just you have to come over here and write let function equal document dot query selector, and in that strings you have to define function. So I will write function, and now just come over here and write let background equal document dot query selector. And now just when you've done that, you have to write over here like document like that. And now when you've done that, you have to come over here and write like that. When you have done these all, just you have to come over here and close that by writing this tag. Come and write background dot. Okay, so write over here like background dot add event listener. Then come over here and write query selector. So I will define query selector dot button, and I will define on click. Okay, so write dot on click. And now when you've done that, you have to come over here and write background dot function. Okay, so I will define function button dot on click tag. So I will define button dot on click dot, and I will define array tag. And just when you've done these all, write dot function, okay, and write over here dot const. So when you've done that, you have to come over here and just I will close that, and I will define this close brackets, means this close curly brackets, and over here I will come and I will just write starting curly bracket and erase that. Now just when you've done that, you have to come over here and write function dot button, and write over here like array dot, and over here I will write const dot on click. So now when you've done that, you have to come and write dot document dot function, and write over here like that. When you've done that, come and write function, and over here you have to write button dot array, and write over here dot on click tag. Just come and write dot document and write dot function again. So we have done till over here. Come and write const dot button, and write over here on click, and write dot function dot, and over here just come over here and write selector. So I will write selector dot, and over here I will come and I will write function tag again. Now just when you've done that, by closing that, you have to just finish that. I will do like that. And now just when you've done these all, you have to hit save over here, uh, create another file, and just write over here like paper dot html, because now we have to link our file with this file. So now when you've done that, you have to go to Google Chrome, and I will just show you like how it is looking. Okay, so just go to Google Chrome by pressing that, and over here you can see our clock has been ready of JavaScript. Here you can see our second is just going forward. Over here you can see, and our all the things are just ready to make. Okay, here you can see that, and our white border is also coming, which we have done with CSS, like I've telling you, border one pic solid, like that we have written. So now like that you can make your own JavaScript clock project in JavaScript. So I hope you understand this project, and I hope you also enjoyed this project. Over here you can see I've just made this JavaScript drum kit project. Okay, so in this drum kit project you can see there's written A clap, then S he hit, and over here you can see in the D there is written kick, and F open head, then G boom, H ride, J snare, and K tom, and then L think. Okay, so here if I just press this all buttons in my keyboard, okay, so if I just press that, over here you can see, you can just hear the sound which there is a sound of clap. Okay, here you can see that. Okay, if I just press that, here you can see, you can just hear the sound, how loud it is. Okay, so if I press this S over here, you can see there is coming another sound over here. Okay, like drum, when we just hear the drum, so the sound is coming of drum. Okay, over here you can see, and if I press this D means kick, if I just press, so over here you can see what is the sound coming. It is really large sound over here you can see. Okay, and if I just press this F, over here you can see again the sound is coming over here, then G, and again the sound is coming of boom. Okay, so over here you can see that if I press this H, then again the sound is coming, and these sound are very loud over here, you can just see that. And if I press this J, then the sound is coming of a snare over here, you can see that. Okay, and if I press this K means tom, so here you can see again the sound is coming. Okay, so here you can see that how beautiful it is looking. And now if I just press this L, the sound is coming will tink. Okay, so you can see that this is a low sound, but it has just low frequency over here, you can see that. Okay, this sound has. So I will just show you how to build, but first of all, for that you have to open your text editor, which is called brackets. And now over here I will just go to my files. Okay, so now I've just created this file which is called paper.html over here, and I will just create, like, I will go to my desktop and I will just take this file to my brackets text editor. And now here I will just work my these files, so I will erase these all things because now I don't need it of these. And now when you've done that, you have to do like write this and come over here, and now we have to link only style sheet, because now we will just write our JavaScript code in our HTML sheet, and our style sheet means I will just write all the CSS work in my another sheet of CSS which I have just created, which is called paper.css. So I will define paper.css. Then here you have to come and now write over here like h1, then write over here a. Okay, so just when you've done that, you have to copy that. Okay, and just you have to paste that many times. So I will paste that. Okay, and now when you've done that, you have to do like come over here and now write over here s. Okay, so these all things should be in capital. Then write D and F over here, I will erase that. Then write G, and over here H and J, K and L. Okay, so just when you've done these all, you have to come and hit save over here. And now just I will come over here and I will write over here, just write over here p tag, and now in the front of it I will write clap. Okay, so I will write over here like clap. And now when you've done that, you have to copy and paste these all things which we have just done. So I will paste that. Okay, so I will just come and press Ctrl C. Okay, and I will just paste that over here, paste that, and now like that you have to just paste after these all things. Okay, so now I will just paste these all p tags over here, and now just we have to change one of them because now it will be just changing automatically. I have just done that in my bracket tag setter. So now when you have done these all, just you have to do like, you have to hit save over here, and now your work has been done of HTML. So here you have to do your work with your CSS file. So I will just go to my CSS file because I have just already linked that, and over here I will just create like file which is called like that, and I will write over here margin which should be 0 pixel. Right over here the padding which should also be 0 pixel. Then when you've done that, you have to come over here and now write over here like border. Okay, so I will first of all write border, and I will write over here border color which should be like white. Okay, so now when you've done that, you have to come over here and write border, and I will just write over here 1 pixel solid white, so I will define white. Then when you've done that all, just come over here and write like that, and write over here justify content which should be in center, and write over here like align item should be in center. And now when you've done these all things, just you have to come over here and now write over here like display which should be block, so I will only write block. Then write float into left, so I will write float left, and then write over here like font size which should be of like 14 pixel. Then write over here font weight. Okay, so the font weight I will write over here 400. Then come over here and write the font family which should be Montserrat, comma sans serif. Now just when you've done that, you have to come over here, and now just I will do like that, and now just go above again and write flex direction which will be column. Okay, and now just when you've done that, you have to come and write body. Right over here the padding which should be like 14 pixel, and the margin which should be, I will create it of 4 pixel. Then when you've done that, right over here like float which should be in left, and then right over here align item which should be in center. Okay, so do like that and write center. Then right over here justify content which should be in center, and here you have to come and write over here like font size which should be like 15 pixel. Font weight. Okay, so the font weight I want of like I will just change it to 600. Okay, like that, and come over here and write font family which should be open sans. So I will write open sans, comma sans serif. Now just when you've done that, you have to come over here and now just write over here like flex direction which should be column, and now just when you've done that, write flex wrap which should be wrap reverse. And now just when you've done that, you have to come over here again, and I will just go to the top. Okay, so now it is just done. So come over here and write nav index which should be like current, and write over here like nav down which will be current. Okay, and write over here nav right current, and over here I will come and I will write over here nav left current. Okay, so when you've done that, you have to come over here and now just write another thing which is called border. Okay, so the border I want of 1 pixel solid white, so I will define white. Then come over here and write over here like border color which will be white, and write over here background which should be white over here again, and background color also should be white. Okay, so now when you've done that all, just I will do like that, and now just you have to come over here again, and I will just define like, just we have done till over here. Just when you've done these all things, just you have to write like right over here background position. Okay, so I will write background position. Okay, so I will just erase this R and over here like that, and now when you've done that, you have to write over here background position which should be in center. Then come over here and write over here background size which should be cover. Okay, so I will write background size cover. Then write over here like background, and over here I will write attachment which should be like fixed, and I will define fixed. Now when you've done that, I will go above, and now it is just working over here. I will just hit save, and now when you've done these all things, just you have to come over here, and now I will just go to above, and now it is working. Just I will hit save, and now here you have to go to HTML, and just you have to do your work with your HTML. So I will come over here, and I will just write over here like first of all script tag for writing my JavaScript. And now when you've done that, you have to come over here again, and now just define like right over here function. Okay, so write function const, comma let, and now just write over here like just control Z. Okay, over here press backspace and write over here const let equal document dot query selector. And now when you've done that, you have to write in that like let. Okay, just come underneath again, and now just you have to close that by writing that and write const function equal document dot query selector again. And now just you have to do like that and write over here function in that. So I will define over here function, and now just when you've done that, you have to come over here and write const, and over here I will define const body equal document dot query selector. query selector. And now just when you've done that, you have to write over here underneath document like that. And now when you've done that, you have to do like you have to close that by writing that write body dot add event listener. This I will write add event listener. Then come and write document dot selector and write over here dot document, and over here you have to write dot function like that. And now just when you've done that, write over here like selector. So I will write selector dot add event listener. So now just when you've done that, write over here like document dot, and over here I will write let dot function. So now when you've done that, you have to write dot body. So when you've done these all, come over here again and write over here like const dot selector, and now just write over here like document dot let, and over here when you've done that, just write over here like function like that. And now write over here like query selector. I will just define selector like that. And now when you've done that, you have to come and write over here like clap, okay, which we have defined. So I will just define that clap over here. Now just come and write over here like add event listener, and now write dot selector like that, and write over here dot document. Now when you've done that, write over here like add event listener. Okay, so just when you've done these all things, come over here and do like that. Press Ctrl Z and only write add and write function. So when you've done these all, just come over here and write document dot function, and now write over here dot body dot add event listener. Okay, so I will write add event listener like that, and now just write over here body in that. So now when you've done that, you have to come and write over here like selector like that. And now when you have done these all things, just write over here dot button, and write over here dot on click dot function, and write over here dot body tag again. Now just you have to close that by writing these all tags, okay. And now when you've done these all things, just you have to do like hit save over here, and now just you have to go to your css file, and now it is just working, okay. So if I just show you in Google Chrome over here, so just open your Google Chrome by pressing that, and over here you can see our JS drum kit has been ready, okay. So over here, if I just press any of the button like A, so over here you can just hear the sound of clap is coming. Then if I press S, then the sound of hi-hat is coming. Then D, the sound of kick is coming, okay. So like that, all the sound is coming when I'm just pressing that, okay. So here you can see that there is many sound are coming, okay. So like that, you can make your own JavaScript drum kit project in JavaScript. So I hope you understand this project, and I hope you also enjoy this project. Now over here you can see I've just made this project over here, okay, which is called update CSS variable with JS, okay. So in this project you can see there is first of all written spacing, okay. So if I just increase this spacing over here, you can see my border has been increasing over here, and it is just taking all of the spaces of background color, okay. Over here you can see that when I'm just taking it to hundreds, over here you can see my all space is full over here. And if I just take it to zeros, over here you can see now my border are now thick over here, okay. So now you can also do like that. You can increase this spacing or decrease that, or you can also increase this blur, or you can also decrease that. So if I just do like blur over here, you can see now my image has been just going into blur, okay. So if I just take it to full blur, so over here you can see now you can't see my image, and now it has been just fully blur over here. You can see that. Now if I just take it to 0, over here you can see now it is not blur, and you can just see that. And over here after blur, here you can see there is written base color, okay. So this base color means like it will be just changing your border color over here, which is just red, and it will be just changing your JS color, which is just written over here. I will just show you. So if you just press that, so you can just choose any of the color. So I will just take the color of like that, and if I just do this one color, and you have to just press this background, so press that. So over here you can see now my border color has been changed into yellow, and my JS which is written, it is also changed into yellow, and the base color box is also changed into yellow, but the border is just same, which is in white color, okay. So I will just show you how to build this beautiful update CSS variables with JS in JavaScript. So now for that you have to open your text editor, which is called bracket. So I will just open that over here, and now over here I have just create one file. You have to just create, and over here this file will be of HTML, because now I will just do my all the styling and all the JS stuff in my HTML file. So here you don't have to create many files like CSS1 and JavaScript one. So you have to create only one file of like HTML, like I've telling you. Now you have to come, and I will just give it the name like variables, okay. So I will be just giving the variables.html, and I will be just saving it to desktop. And now over here you can see I have just saved that. So I will be first of all writing my starting codes. So I will just come over here, and now I will just do one thing like I have to just style my things in HTML. So I don't have to link my style sheet with that, and I don't have to make any of the style sheet, and I don't have to link my JavaScript sheet also, because I will also write my JavaScript in my one sheet of HTML. Okay, so over here first of all I will write HTML code. So I will come over here, I will write h1 and I will press tab over here. Okay, so when you've done that, just you have to come over here, and now I will be writing some things like I will first of all writing spacing. So I will be writing a spacing over here. Now just you have to just hit save, go over here again, and I will just go to Google Chrome, and you have to just copy this heading which we have written, copy that, come over here, go to variables, and over here I will just paste that. So just write h1 and tab, and now you have to paste that. So over here you have to do one thing, like you have to just write this JS tag and span tag. So I will just write span tag, and I will copy this JS from here, and I will just paste over here, because now I want my JS which I am writing, it should be in span tag. So there we can change its color, like we are doing when we are changing its base color. Okay, so just when you've done that, you have to come over here, copy that, and just come over here and paste that, because secondly there was blur over here. So I will just write blur by writing that. So I will write blur. Then when you've done that, come over here, paste that again, and I will be just writing over here like base color. So there was written base color, so I will be writing base color over here. So over here I will be just hit save over here. Now over here you can see it will be just working. So over here I will be just writing semicolon space, then over here you have to also write semicolon space, and over here also like that. So now we have done till over here. Just you have to do like hit save, and now your HTML has been done. So over here the base color which we are changing, we will do that with JavaScript, and like I've shown you, the blur which was coming, we will also do that with JavaScript, and the spacing we will also do that with JavaScript. So just you have to do one thing, like we have to style that. So I will come over here, and now over here I will first of all define my image. So I will be writing over here background.jpg, which is my image name. So I will be writing background.jpg. Now I will be erasing this alt one, because now I don't need it of that. So when you've done that, just you have to come over here now, and I will be just writing like style tag, because now when you don't have any of the sheet or any of the things, so you can write your styling like inline CSS. So I will be just using internal CSS, means in my HTML sheet in the style tag, so I will be using internal CSS. So you can also use inline CSS, but it is not really good over here, so you can just use style one. So I will be writing a style tag, and in that I will write all the codes of CSS which I will write. First of all I will write this sign, and I will come over here and I will define margin. Okay, so the margin I want of 0 pixel, padding should also be 0 pixel over here. Box sizing I will be writing border box, so I will be writing border box. Then write justify content, it should be in center, so I will be writing over here center. Now just when you've done that, come over here, and now I will be writing align item should be in center, so I will be writing align item center. Then when you've done that, just come over here, and now I will be writing another thing which is called display, which should be block, so I will be writing block. Then right over here float, so I will be taking float into left, so I will be writing left. So just when you've done that, come over here, right over here text align, which should be center, so I will be giving that center. So just come and write center. Then right over here font size, I will be just giving that font size of 10 pixel, because I don't want any of the font like it should be of above 12 or above 15 over here, because I need my all the font should be just small enough. So I will be writing over here like font weight, which should be 500, because I want my font weight also should be just lighter, not any of the dark font I want. So I will be just coming over here, and I will be writing font family, which should be Montserrat, because this is a good font family. So you can just use any of the font family you want to. So I am just using Montserrat, so you can just use like Montserrat light, Montserrat regular, or Montserrat bold if you want to, but I will just use Montserrat regular over here. So just you have to come over here now, and I will be writing like flex direction. Okay, so I will be writing flex direction, which should be column. Right over here flex wrap, so over here I will be writing flex wrap should be wrap, it should not be wrap reverse. So I will be coming, and I will be writing only the direction which should be inherit. So come over here, write the inherit one. Then when you've done that, you have to come over here, define the body tag, and then in the last we will define the span tag, and I will be defining all the colors in my span tag, because I need all the colors which I just do it randomly. Okay, so we will just do that with JavaScript, but I will define the span tag over here, so it changes its color in JavaScript, and we have just done that. So now over here you have to come and write over here margin, which should be 15 pixel. Come and write the padding, so the padding I want of like 12 pixel. Then when you've done that, come over here, write box sizing again, which should be now content box. So just come over here, write justify content, we have to write, so I'll be just taking that center, align item center, and now over here you have to write like display, which should be now block over here. Okay, because already we have just I will be writing display flex, not block, because already we have written display block in the above one, so we don't need to write it again, because now we are defining body tag over here. So I will be writing flex wrap, which should be now flex direction, which should be like column. Now just when you've done that, come over here, and now I will be writing another thing which is called text align center. Okay, so I will be writing text align center over here. So I will be not defining font because I've just already done that over there above. So now I will just do one thing, like I will come over here and now I will be defining over here. I will be just coming and I will be writing. Just you have to close that because now we don't need it. So when you've done these, all you have to just come over here and now define the color which you want. So I will be defining black. Then over here you have to also define the border, which will be one pic solid white. Then when you've done that, right over here border color which you want of white, I will be defining white over here. So just when you've done these, all you have to come over here and now I will be defining span tag like I've telling you in the end. So I'll be right over here span tag, and you can just give any of the color because we have to just do the random color with JavaScript. So you can just give any of the color. So over here you have to take care of that, like you give not the background color, you just give the color. Okay, because like I've telling you, when you're giving the font color, so you have to write this color tag, then you have to give your font color. If you are writing like background color, so it will be not work. Okay, so I will be writing color of like yellow if I do. So just you have to do like that. Now over here I will be just hit save and I will be just change into red because like starting one there was red color, so I will be writing red. So just when you've done that, you have to hit save again, and now over here it will be just working. So I will come over here now, and now your styling has been done. So over here you have to do now script tag, means you have to do your JavaScript tag. So I will just come over here underneath my style tag and I will be just making a script tag over here. So just write script and press tab. Okay, so over here you can see now automatically my tag of script has been just appeared over here. Now I will just press enter, and over here enter, then you have to press backspace, then come over here and write all the codes of JavaScript. So I will first of all come and I will add function, and over here I will be writing over here const. Okay, so over here I will just do one thing, I will erase these all, and over here you have to come again and I will be just erasing that. Okay, so if I write const, okay, so it is working, but over here I will be just erasing that again. And now when you've done that, you have to do like that, just come over here again and write over here script, then you have to do like that, then come over here and now you have to just write over here anything like const. So I will be writing over here like const, then write over here like function. So I will be just erasing that, come over here underneath that and just write over here function equal const, then write over here like spacing comma blur, then comma, and over here I will be just writing base color because there were three things like I've shown you. So now over here you have to do like that, then come over here and now we'll be writing spacing dot blur, and over here I will be writing over here dot, and I will be writing base color. So now when you've done that, just come over here, close that, come over here and write spacing again. Now it should be just different. So I will be writing blur over here, then write over here base color. So now just you have to close that. Just when you've done these all, you have to come over here. I will be just coming over here, and now I will be writing over here another thing which is called const. Then write over here const spacing dot function, then write over here button dot, and I will be writing array dot header. Then when you've done that, write over here then dot floor over here. Just when you've done define that, now over here I will be writing curly brackets, and in that curly brackets I will be defining that. So I will be coming over here and I will be just writing button dot on click tag in that. Just when you've done that, come over here and write the header dot array. Just write, when you've done these all, you have to come over here again and I will be writing over here then dot, and I will be writing base color again. Just when you've done that, write over here blur dot spacing tag. Okay, so I will be writing blur dot spacing, then just come over here and now I will be defining header dot, and over here I will be writing broadcast with my this tag over here which I am defining. So I will be defining broadcast dot header and write over here button, and over here I will be writing dot floor dot random. Just when you've done that, come over here and just you have to do one thing, like I will be just writing a over here. Now just come over here and I will write spring tag over here. Just erase that because now this is not the correct one. So here when you've done that, you have to come over here again and I will be writing over here button, and just you have to come over here, write floor dot on click, then you have to come over here and write button dot header. Just when you've done that, come over here and I will be defining base color again. So now when you've done that, you have to come over here and defining like blue over here like that. So now just when you've done these all, I will be just erasing to R, and this should be just also R. So just you have to do like that. Now over here you have to hit save, and now your work has been done. Just when you've done these all things, you have to do like you have to make another file. So I will be just coming and I will be writing over here like variable. So I will define my file name. Okay, so like that you have to do. Now just when you've done that, if I just show you in Google Chrome, it will be just looking cool. Okay, so just you have to open your Google Chrome over here. So over here you can see now how beautiful it is looking. Okay, over here you can see that it is now ready. Okay, our update CSS variables with JavaScript over here. Now if I just increase its spacing over here, you can see now my border has been increasing and it has been taking all the spaces of background which I want. Over here you can see that. And now if I just increase this blur, So over here you can see now my image has been changing into blur. Over here you can see that. And if I just take it to 100, so over here you can see now my image is totally blur and I can't see anything over here. So if I just take it to 0, so over here you can see now my image has been just changing into not blur, it has been just clear, and you can see that. And if I just change its base color over here, like if I just change it to red, so press background, so over here you can see now we have just changed it to red. And if I just change another color, like if I just change it to blue, over here you can see now it has been changed into another color. Okay, so I hope you understand, and I hope you also enjoy this project. So I hope you understand this tutorial, and in this tutorial there will be coming also many of the project. First will be of beginner, second will be of intermediate, and third will be of advanced. So these are the also project which you have to learn, and these are also important in your professional life, in your successful life. So it will be also clear your all the concept and doubts which you are having in your JavaScript. So I will be just meet you in next project or tutorial. So for today, goodbye.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands.